CBS FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
I'll tell you what, we were on the air yesterday as it happened with Sauce at the end of the show, and then Quinnen comes later, about 45 minutes, and it was mind-blowing that it all happened, but I actually think
Jerry told
these are very good things.
Jerry told you. He said, just watch. Just watch, boy. I know Stephen A. got up out of here early, but I'm planning to change this defense with my Michael Parsons money. And that's basically what he used. He uses Michael Parsons money.
Yes. That's exactly what he did. I don't really care about him, though. I care about what the Jets are doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. I mean, it was because he had that Michael Parsons money that he was willing to spend it on Quinnen, which gives us a first-round draft pick. Now, it's the second now, but let's just say that this team in Dallas can't figure it out pretty fast. That second-round pick looks better and better.
It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. Yeah, you've got plenty of teams now to root against. You can root against the Cowboys. You can root against the Colts. You're in good shape right there. Yeah. Every game that you want them to lose, they're going to lose.
Well, the good part is we don't have to stink, right? Usually we have to stink. Usually we have to stink to get better. Listen, so I'm saying in the future. So now you have the equity that you can. Now I know it's not like you traded with Carolina like the Bears. The Bears won 7 games, but they had the first overall pick. But now you still have an opportunity to kind of be competitive and win. I'm excited to see what this new receiving core looks like. A.D. Mitchell, John Mechie, and Garrett. Listen, the person that should be looking like, yeah, I'm probably going to get picked up on waivers is Alan Lazard because they about to fire his ass.
Yeah.
Listen, he going to go in there and his finger code ain't going to work.
All right. I cannot get in here with you on this front. This is where we're starting. I cannot get on board with they don't have to stink. They're going to stink. But say whatever you want about what happened yesterday, and I think yesterday was a really good day for the Jets. I think they were all things that you had to do, and man, normally the Jets are the ones that are getting hosed. The Jets did the hosing yesterday.
They hosed.
Absolutely they did. But let's not buy – I'm not buying Darren Mougey trying to sell me that we're still trying to win games or we're still trying to do that. No, when you trade your 2 best defensive players, you are tearing it down. Yeah. And they are going to suck.
Okay, no. So, look, one of the defensive players wasn't even available because he's always getting a concussion. He's been dinged up out of the lineup like 3-4 times.
Listen.
Listen to what I'm telling you. The Jets are probably going to win about 5 games. I'm just letting you know. Like, they're going to win 5 games. They have the ability now with Breece Hall. Nothing got hurt on their offense at all. If anything, everything got enhanced. And what they're losing in Quinnen Williams is big, but it hasn't really done a lot this year. You see what I'm saying? It's not like this is his 12-sack season or anything like that. So what I'm saying is this means that I think that they're going to be a better team even this year. I think that the results is going to give Azir Smith, I forget his name.
Mozzie Smith.
No, not Mozzie Smith, the corner from Florida. It's going to give him the opportunity to play.
Zarian Thomas?
Yeah, Zarian Thomas.
Yeah.
It's going to give him the chance to prove himself and be a better player. And I think he's going to step up to the challenge. And it's going to – they still have enough beef. Mozzie Smith, not Mozzie Smith. They're just going to start Briggs and Phillips. It's still not going to affect the pass rush on the outside.
All right. Couple of things. Number one, I get it. People are upset that they traded away the level of talent that they did. I talked to some people this morning, and this is not jet spin or anything to it. I'll say this. I think it was a lot more difficult, from what I'm hearing, for them to trade Quinnen than it was to trade away Sauce Gardner. Because when that deal became what it became for Sauce, I don't think there was any hand-wringing over moving on from Sauce. And it's not – you can sit there and scream all you want about, well, they just gave him a contract and they do all that stuff. There are 2 things that happen here. I'm not going to sell you on the idea that they gave him the contract with the idea of trading him, even though the contract was structured in a way that they could do that. And I give Mougey some credit for that. But when it comes to Sauce, if you're not a part of the solution, which right now you are not, then you may as well be a part of the problem. I'm not going to tell you that Sauce is a part of the problem, but I'm going to tell you, from people I talk to, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of crying about Sauce leaving.
Yeah,
I do think there are a lot of people that are probably more upset about Quinnen leaving, given his stature on the team and what he meant, and I genuinely believe it was a lot harder for the Jets to trade Quinnen away yesterday. I'm talking about from an emotional and mental standpoint of trading away somebody like that. Having said all of that, you were going to have to pay Quinnen next year.
Right. That was the issue.
You now take the money off of Sauce that, while the Jets were smart to pay Sauce, if they had not paid Sauce, they would not have gotten as much in return.
Correct.
And they would have been dealing with a lot more headaches with a 1-8 team or a 1-7 team, because he would have been talking a whole lot more than he was.
And you would have been stuck with them, right?
Yes.
And this is the thing. Sauce has been in and out of the lineup, right? He's had the concussions. He's getting dinged up every time. And I think Aaron Glenn doesn't respect that, right? He wants his corners to set the edge in the run. He wants a guy to be physical. He don't like that flopping around, missing tackle stuff. Like, I think it's a lot of stuff that you can accept. You don't accept, like, soft play and not willing to be physical, especially when you're 6'3". When you think about all his corners that were in Detroit, Carlton Davis,
Terry Arnold.
Like, everybody was coming up and doing their job. It's like people sawed off Sauce with the physical stuff, and every time he tried to get physical, he got hurt. Either it was his ankle or his back. I thought that they were like, listen, we may have buyer's remorse because he's not available, he's not physical, and we have an opportunity to get 2 first-round draft picks, reset our clock. Listen, the Jets did everything they were supposed to do as far as coming out and saying, listen, we recognize the talent that Joe Douglas put on this team. We like some of this talent. Let's try and win with it. So they locked it up. And then you look up, and the results are what they are. Your defense is, before the last couple
is
weeks.
The most disappointing part of the season.
Right. So, like, with that, why would I spend this much money if this is what I'm getting in return? So it's an opportunity to say, let me get some young pups in here, and let me get some flexibility so I can bring in some of my guys. I thought it was odd that Aaron Glenn didn't bring any of his guys in. And I don't know when some of these guys from Detroit are going to start being available. He brought in
people, but he didn't bring in his guys that had been with him previously. He brought in Brandon Stevens, who may have been better the last game or two, but he's been bad overall.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he didn't bring in his people from Detroit. Like, he didn't bring over, like Rex brought over me, Jim Leonard, Trevor Price, Marquise Douglas. Like, guys said he knew. Maybe those guys weren't available yet. And they'll start to be available because a lot of those guys are going to start walking away from Detroit because they paid everybody. They paid Sewell. They just paid Aiden Hutchinson like some crazy money, $45 million a year. So they're going to start losing the ability to retain some of these glue guys. And maybe Aaron decides to take swings at them. But what they've done is given themselves so much flexibility and options. When something falls anywhere in the league, they can be a part of it. Because they have the ability now with all the assets that they have, and it's the 2s and the 3s. And I'm so happy. That they didn't fold under the pressure and trade Breece Hall for a 4th-round draft pick.
No, that would have been a waste.
I would not hand Kansas City basically a trip to the AFC Championship by giving them Breece Hall, especially after what they saw how they looked with Kareem Hunt against the Bills. They saw that it was no respect for the run game from a team that can't even stop the run, but they didn't have a good enough. And you don't want to pay me because you don't want to seem like you lost? Then never mind. I'll hold on to Breece because Breece is more valuable to me that way. And I know Breece may be broken up because he may thought, hey, I got an opportunity to win a Super Bowl, go from this to a chance to win a Super Bowl. But today, if I'm Aaron Glenn and I'm Mougey, I am addressing this team. And I'm saying all those moves were made with being there. We know that this season's over, right? We know that it's a loss. But I just ensured and secured our future. That next year, let's finish strong. Let's come together. And next year, we have enough stuff in our war chest to go out and get impact players immediately. And I am more excited about the prospect of 2027 than I am about 2026, because I think when you talk about the kid coming out of potentially Miami that you love, you talk about the kid that's
Ruben Bain.
Yeah, you talk about the kid that's coming out of Ohio State. I mean, You know
Jeremiah Smith.
You see what I'm saying? You're in position for all that.
Yeah, this is all true, okay? The first thing they did was the right thing in making the moves that they made yesterday, looking at what it was going to cost you with Quinnen and looking at what the situation was with how bad the defense has been. You did the right thing. But the things I don't want to hear, Mougey has to say it. There's a reason Darren Mougey should not be out in front of the camera. He should be talking twice a year, maybe a third time, at the combine, before the draft, and yesterday, because that was terrible. That was terrible. You cannot sit there, and even though you're just lying when you say we're here to win this week, we're here to win now, we're here to do all that. That's crap.
Tell me this.
That's crap.
Do you think, or don't you, whatever, do you think that the Jets are better equipped to beat Cleveland this week than they were the previous week?
No, and we're not going to – here's the other reason I'm not going to get nuts on this, okay? We could talk about the fact that Sauce was out and Quinnen and all that. I'm not getting nuts on John Mechie yet. I'm not getting nuts on A.D. Mitchell yet because these were guys that did nothing in their respective places. I know what happened with Mechie. He's already been on his third organization here in 3 years. It's not that he's a bad player. It's that he hasn't really done anything yet. Mitchell hasn't really done anything. I'm not going to be excited about those guys until I actually see something from them.
You know what? Mechie hasn't had an opportunity to display his talent. He hasn't had anybody to believe in him because guess what? No matter how good Mechie was he going to play in front of Devonta Smith? No. Was he going to play in front of A.J. Brown? No. Was he going to play in front of Pittman? No.
But I'm not going to.
No, I get it. So what I'm saying is this is a great opportunity for him. And usually when you give guys these type of opportunities, the cream rise to the top. A.D. Mitchell was a good player, is a great player.
Okay, but let's also look at the Colts. Josh Downs is a nice player.
Yeah.
Alec Pierce is a nice player.
He's a
deep threat.
He's a threat that you need. He averages like 30 yards.
Those guys, like you can't sell me on the idea that how is A.D. Mitchell supposed to get on the field with those other two guys in front of him? Pittman? Okay, I'll buy that. There's a reason they drafted him as high as they did.
Warren, they're always in 12. Warren.
They would have been, if he was a real weapon for them, he would have been on the field more.
In front of who?
That's what I'm saying. With Downs and with Pierce, they're okay. They're decent. He wasn't even that. Let's not turn him into something that he's not yet.
I got belief that he could be.
Okay, that's fine.
You know what it reminds me of? Emmanuel Sanders. Sitting in the shadow of Antonio Holmes. Sitting in the shadow. Yeah, your peoples, your team.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Sitting in the shadows of AB.
He didn't drop the ball before he went into the end zone.
What did he do? Okay, that's one. What did he do when he went over there to the Denver Broncos? He became that dude. It's like James Harden. It's like James Harden sitting there in OKC, sitting behind Russ, sitting behind Kevin Durant.
Those two guys were not deal breakers in anything that happened the last few days. Okay, getting A.D. Mitchell in the Jet trade was not a deal breaker.
Listen. The Jets wide receiver corps showed a pulse. But then again, they were playing against the Cincinnati Bengals. They showed a pulse. And the fact that this week you can get rid of Alan Lazard. You can tell Reynolds thank you, but no thank you. Or you can just put him on IR.
Well,
so you can get a great look at these two young guys that you have under control for the next couple of years that you get to see if they can play. And you pair them. At least you can say you got a guy that can take the top off the defense so people can't keep doubling the hell out of Garrett Wilson.
Okay. There's this part of it. Then there's the following part of it. The draft picks that you got. So you now, over the next 2 drafts, have 5 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks. On the A part of it, fans can sit there and say, same old Jets, they'll screw up the picks, all that stuff. And I'm fine. If you want to feel that way, you're allowed to have that scar tissue. I would just say these guys haven't done anything yet, so you can't really do that. But you want to have your scar tissue. You want to be feeling that way about it. I completely understand, and I won't take that away from you.
How you like Membu?
Well, okay. But it's not even necessarily about getting all these lottery tickets. Number one, when you buy more lottery tickets, what do? You increase your odds. That's number one. Number two, when it comes to this kind of stuff, and I know what the hit percentages are, folks. I have spent a long time paying attention to what the quarterback hit responses are. What's more important to me is what happens here in the next year and a half and who is done with their situations. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but right now you are positioned that if Joe Burrow says, screw this, I'm right there. I am right there. And let me ask you a question. Jets get the number 1 overall pick this coming year. Joe Burrow this offseason says, what am I doing? You trading the number 1 overall pick for Joe Burrow? I'm not thinking twice about it.
Yeah.
No, all right, here's my point. You have options when these things, when guys become available.
The next disgruntled star. We the Knicks now? We waiting for the first disgruntled star? No, I hear you. No, I'm listen. I'm with you.
Well,
you give
the next disgruntled star that's worth it. I get it. They got to get it right. I totally understand that. What was happening this year? They never expected it to be this bad, but it was this bad. And what they did yesterday was to, at the very least, acknowledge what was happening and maximize the situation.
I love the pivot. Because you can't say that they didn't go all in.
Being aggressive.
They went all in. Everybody thought, well, maybe Justin Fields can play. They did everything that we thought that they would do. And they tried it, and you lost 7 games. So it's time to pivot. And the only way you can pivot, I'm glad it was Quinnen instead of maybe Jermaine. Because I think you still don't have to pay Jermaine.
Yeah.
You still can let Jermaine play it out, see if he can turn into that star. And I think that,
and now you have plenty of room to pay him.
You can play Quincy, and you can pay who's the heartbeat of this team. I think he's the type of player that him. And
I don't know if they will at 29. I don't know if they're going to pay him.
A 3-year deal is easy, buddy.
I know, but that aside, here's the thing. The word flexibility is becoming a lot more like the word patience, where it's a 4-letter word. I just like to say they're going to have a lot of options.
Yeah, so ask yourself you were going to have to say goodbye to somebody. So ask yourself, who would you rather say goodbye to? Would you rather say goodbye to Jermaine Johnson, who's cheap and whose ceiling is very, very high and his floor is very, very high? You would have been saying goodbye to him because he would have went in a trade then, right? Because they couldn't pay everybody with all the money that they already had out. You want to say goodbye to Breece? You love Breece? You want Breece or Sauce? So, it's personal preference. I think Breece is a special player, and I thought Sauce hadn't lived up, and people thought Sauce hadn't lived up to his contract, and he was getting injured. And I think that if they had to do it all over again, but he forced him because how great he had been to make him the highest paid corner. Did he feel like the highest paid corner in the NFL to you?
I look at games like the Carolina game, and I'm kind of wondering, okay, I am not crying over losing Sauce Gardner, guys.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not that he's a bad guy. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying he got paid.
Is he $30 million? Do you like him $30 million?
And not only that, is that worth that investment right now in Sauce and Quinnen when these are the results?
Right. That's the thing.
That's what we're talking about here. So you can talk about what they would have been in the future. And as I said, I'm telling you, if you took a poll over in Florham Park right now about one guy being gone versus the other guy, there are a lot more people today that are missing Quinnen than are missing Sauce.
Right.
And it's not a knock on him as a person. It's just, hey, we paid him, and this has not been ideal so far. And he's not really, and if Aaron Glenn, who has played the position at a high level, doesn't want him after 8 games, what does that tell me?
Yeah, and the thing is, when you pay somebody that, you want Patrick Surtain.
Yeah.
You want who's the guy in Houston?
You want Darrelle Revis.
No, yeah, who's the guy in Houston?
Stingley.
You want Stingley. You want Joe Horn.
You want the guy that half of the field,
I
don't care. I'm not worried about it. That's taken care of. That's not what this was.
Tampa went to work on him. And then, the discouraging part was the missed tackles in the run game. So I think, listen, I love everything that they did. I know Sauce could potentially be a generational player. And they took advantage of the fact that they had something that another organization that's a little bit emotional right now because of the Jim Irsay loss is all in for this season because they want to tell that story that they did everything for Jim Irsay to win the year of his death.
I've been to Indianapolis.
And they got a bit emotional.
I've been there twice this year.
That was an emotional trade.
Yeah. I've been there twice this year for games. There are signs all over the city, do it for Jim. Like, it is a big deal right now how much they love that guy, and they want to make sure that while the door is open, that they do everything they can to try to make that work.
Just remember what the Jamal...
So you took advantage of somebody else's emotion for once.
And the last time we did this, it worked out pretty good as far as what we got in return when you think about the Jamal Adams trade.
There's a last part of this now, too, though, that the Jets have to address, and I know they're not going to, and it bugs the crap out of me. You can't do what you did yesterday and raise ticket prices. You can't do it.
That's already done, brother.
No. You can't do that. You can't send that out a couple of weeks ago, and then 2 weeks later, we're selling off two big players, and we're telling you we're not going to be good for the rest of this year, and probably not going to be good next year. That's what you have done. You cannot do that when you have raised it 5 years in a row.
Honestly, that is not the message I'm getting from this. I think they're loaded up to be good next year. They're going to learn this system. Everybody's going to get comfortable in this system. They're going to get 3 good football players, and they're going to bring in maybe 4 in free agency. They got money to spend, man.
All they have sold for the longest time is hope, and you have to stop trying to sell me hope because I don't want to buy it because I have been here before where I've traded away these players and gotten picks, and the results have been the same.
You know what? I wonder if that's how Lions fans felt when they traded Matthew Stafford. Oh, we're giving up. We're not trying to win. We got rid of Matthew Stafford. And you talk about a fan base that, listen, not since Alex Karras has we seen a smile on any Lions fans. And that dude was the lead dad on Webster for everybody don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And year after year, wasting Barry Sanders' career, wasting Ndamukong Suh's career, wasting Megatron's career. Lions fans have seen it before.
But
so just because it doesn't mean that it can't change.
Fine.
We just watched it change in a place that was historically worse than you.
I personally don't know what happened in terms of ticket prices up there, but I'm pretty comfortable in guessing that there probably wasn't 5 years in a row.
I get it.
During a crappy period where you were raising them every single year.
I get it, Carl.
And then you announce it, and then you go and trade away your 2 best players.
Carl, well,
roll it back, bro. Cut me a break.
2 best players is arguable.
All right, 2 of my best players.
Okay.
2 of my top 5 players.
Okay.
I just gave up. The season was done. You're saying what you're saying about next year. But what are you asking me to do in that? Hope. You can say we're gonna get 3 good players.
You should be proud that you have
all
a
the
better
picks.
chance.
We hope they will.
You have a lot more optimism with what you listen. They got a first rounder back. Yeah, he's a failed first rounder, but we've seen this before. Guys that wasn't good somewhere else that go somewhere else. Like, where did this guy come from? Right. So we've seen that.
You're talking about Mitchell or Mozzie Smith?
I'm talking about Mozzie Smith.
They both really kind of are the same thing. Mozzie Smith was drafted very high too.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He was
they're throwing,
first round draft pick.
You got at least you get a free look at these guys.
Right, so you basically got a first round draft pick, 2 first round draft picks, and the picks. Like
all right, let's not call those when the players have been failures so far. I'm not going to say they're extra ones that we got.
Mozzie has been hurt. He is a live body that if you coach up, listen, you talk about how long it takes quarterbacks to figure it out. It takes all players. That's not super generational players time to figure it out. Listen, we cut James Harrison got cut 5 times. He got cut 4 times by the Steelers, once by the Ravens. The year we cut him, we voted for him for the Pro Bowl the same year. That's how dumb we were. So
the problem is the guy, and again, it's about scar tissue and nothing else. The guys the Jets have cut have gone on to do other things like Darnold. So it's not like they have – the guy that you would point to that has blossomed into a player is Quincy Williams.
Yeah.
That's who you would point to. But it hasn't been enough to make a difference for the overall outcome of the organization.
Yeah, but who's to say that Dallas players can't become great? Like Mozzie Smith can't get out of that horrible defensive system that he's been in for 2 years and learn how to play some real defense under a real coordinator.
All right, there's a lot here. Dear God, there's a lot here. 800-919-3776. You should be watching over on YouTube if you're not. Bart's got Cheez-Its.
We still on YouTube? What's up, baby?
We're still there.
We still holding on, man. Give my boy his ESPN back and give him his NFL stuff back, man.
You know what?
Before he cut the cord.
I couldn't watch a game the other night. That is directly affecting your ability to do your job here. Let me allow this here, okay? First off, YouTube TV customers, get the sports you love on ESPN back. No matter who tells me that I shouldn't do this, we're going to do it, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back. Listen, I did not get the game the other night because I have YouTube TV. I am in the midst of making the change, and I'm bailing because right now.
Are you for sale?
Sure, I'm for sale. But
is it Comcast, Verizon, Dish?
Yes.
Who is it?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to satellite or not.
Well, no, they don't actually give you a satellite anymore.
Yeah,
it's just in theory.
But I don't know if I'm going to satellite because I'm in a townhouse complex now, and I don't know what they allow and what they don't. Sometimes they don't allow that stuff. Anyway, here's the point. I'm for sale, but. Right now, I have YouTube TV, and I don't have ESPN. Dang. I already have to pay separately to get the Gotham Sports app to watch the Knicks and the Yankees, and I suppose the Nets. And then I also have to pay separate for SNY, where maybe I just, you know what?
Can't even see your boy twice.
Screw it all. I'm going back to the bundle. Bundle me up. Bart and Carlin.
Yeah, man.
We're getting to you next. 800-919-3776.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
This college football payback is brought to you by Venmo.
It was November 24, 2018. Iowa State faced a 17-point deficit to Kansas State in Farmageddon with only 12 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Led by quarterback Brock Purdy and running back David Montgomery, those two NFL stars rattled off 21 straight points in 8 minutes to stun the Wildcats and win 42-38.
Brought to you by Venmo. This football season, score more with Venmo.
In Queens, the LIE westbound delays continue into Queens Boulevard. Right lane is closed because of a missing sewer grate. Delays go back to the Van Wyck. Speaking of the Van Wyck southbound side, finally the tow truck showed up for that broken down motorist. The car was in the left lane for 2 hours down by the Van Wyck at Kennedy Airport. Still very slow, but hopefully that's getting out of there. And the northbound Cross Island Parkway ramp to the Throgs Neck partially blocked with construction work in the Bronx. Orchard Beach area, the Hutch is backed up both ways. Construction work in both directions. I'm Bob Williams on 880 ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN suite. Catching the action alongside me, Peter Rosenberg. Through November 7th, listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. Must be 21 and over. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
YouTube TV customers, get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back.
At Uline, They know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bathfitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Plus, a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
All right, let's go. 800-919-3776. David and Elizabeth starts us off. How you feeling today, Cowboy?
What's going on, fellas? Today's the big day. Today's my birthday. I appreciate,
Happy birthday.
Appreciate the present. I appreciate that, gentlemen. Yo, you know what's not crazy? The Jets gave me a gift that I hope that they could take advantage of. Because, yeah, I didn't want them to get rid of none of the players, but they did, and it was really heartbreaking, man. Like, it really crushed my day yesterday. But, on a brighter side, trying to be positive, they have a lot of draft capital. Now, it's just like Bart says, they need to make those picks count. And a lot of people are going against you with Kyler Murray. Nah, I'm not against that. Like, I think that Kyler Murray move is a pretty decent move. Like, and as you said, you'd keep him as a bridge. If he works out, he works out. If he doesn't, it's not a huge gamble. And what's $10 million? They throw it around like $10 nowadays. So, it's not a big, it's not a big loss. So I think personally, that's not a bad move. And real quick, I'm asking you gentlemen for a birthday present. I need you guys to play. How much did that guy make Peyton Manning edition? Because that boy got the bag.
I mean, and, how do we count we cannot count all of the endorsements as well. I mean, keep going, brother.
We talk about Kawhi. We talk about Kawhi Leonard. Come on, man. Don't tell me that, like, John Elway didn't give him a couple of dealerships and something like that.
Oh, come on.
Like,
absolutely.
Like, come on, bro.
Absolutely. There's a lot going on
There's
there.
a reason why Peyton seems like he's more of a Bronco than he is a Colt, because he's always out the Broncos stuff. He's never at the Colts.
Listen, I love you. I cannot get on board with the Kyler Murray stuff. I can't do it. And it's not I
got you.
I just, you want to say it's a bridge, you want to say it's take a flyer. I'm tired of taking flyers. Like, get me somebody that's either the guy or draft a guy who you tell me is the guy. That's enough of taking flyers. That happened this year with Justin Fields, and Murray is better than Fields. And Murray, when he is on the field, I think is a lot better than people give him credit for.
He's a great passer.
However, not on the field enough. And that is a big part of it right now.
No,
that's my biggest knock.
That's very true. But what I'm saying is, if I was taking a flyer out of all the guys, Mac Jones or Mac Jones, who else is out there? Mac Jones,
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence. No, but it's some other people that's going to be available that we didn't think was going to be available. I can't think of the name right now. That's kind of retreads. But that definitely Danny Dimes, Mac Jones, Quentin Richardson. Out of all those kind of retread type of guys, I would rather take my chance on Kyler Murray than any of them. And the fact that he's under contract and you can kind of see what he is.
I'm not going down the road of flyer. I'm not doing that.
See, but I don't think he's a flyer. I think he's a guy that could be somewhere in a different place and play much better than he played at Arizona. Remember, Arizona was borderline dysfunctional.
Again, it's not about how he's played because that whole thing about him not studying has been out the window since that happened, okay? Yeah. He has been a very good citizen, and he has been a good player when he has been on the field. That is an awfully big win, and that is why I'm not going anywhere near him.
Put him there with this offensive line and Breece Hall in the backfield and go get a number one? I
do think we have to admit, as much as we want to talk about how great the line is, and I know that Fields, a lot of the sacks are his fault, I don't think this is the all-time – this is not the Giants in 07 with their offensive line right now.
I think in 2 years they will be. I think they have two of the best tackles in the world. We can agree on that. And I would love to see –
I'm not going to put Membo in that category yet, but I'm encouraged.
He's one of the best, like, statistically. I saw him yesterday, too. Shook his hand like a little polar bear. You know what I'm saying? But I think that moving Tippmann back, being able to move Tippmann back to center, and going out and get, like, the top guard out there, if you decide not to sign Barry Tucker to a one-year deal.
Who am I not thinking of as the other tackle right
now? No, Fashanu.
Yeah, Fashanu. Okay.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes are 21 and 20 years old?
Mm-hmm.
20. Come on, man.
I'm not saying they're not good. I'm not putting them in the Hall of Fame yet.
Yeah, yet. 3 years, once this thing sizzle and mature, just like when Mangold, Brick, they brought on Brandon Moore. Then they brought one guy, Alan Faneca, that came over.
Here's the problem, though. We keep operating under the assumption that everything's going to break right. And when does that happen for – I'm not talking about the Jets. When does that happen for anybody? Like, not everything breaks right. When things break wrong, you have to be able to fix that, and that's not an easy thing to do.
The good thing is they've invested in offensive line, and we already can see that, hey, these guys are players. They're not busts. Right, so just like when it was back in the day with Trevor Frederick and Martin, we knew even when we saw them early that, man, wait till they figure it out and they get some reps together.
D in Queens next on ESPN New York. D, what's going on?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Excellent.
All right, so listen to the thing with the Jets. They won their last game 39-38. Why are we acting like their defense was an absolute garbage? The fact that you got 2 ones for Sauce and what you got for Quinnen, you good.
Listen, I hate to put it this way. I can give up 38 points to the Bengals without you, too. and I did without Sauce.
Exactly. And you can build up the team. And, you guys were out on Justin Fields before he took a snap. Now he actually has some decent weapons. Listen. Fellas, could you listen?
No.
There's nothing really coming out this year in maybe the picks for the year after might be valuable.
Let's get all these picks to build around Justin Fields. Hell no.
D, if you want to sell that part of it, I can understand it. Here's the best part about what you're saying. If you don't believe in any of the guys this year, you don't have to. You can wait another year on the quarterback and then just get the best talent that you can, or maybe trade back and load up on more. But do not sell me on Justin Fields being here for another year he just needed the weapons.
The gangster move is what if they mess around and move back in the draft 5 spots and get somebody first-round draft pick and have 4 first-round draft picks next year.
Well, they've done that before, too, 98. It worked out reasonably well, but, not
John Abraham. Yeah,
whatever it was, 2000.
And Beck, it was Beck. John
Anthony
Abraham,
Beck,
Sean Ellis.
Pennington was in
Sean
there.
Ellis.
Yeah. Listen, that stuff can work, but, I don't need to overdo it either. Let's just make sure that I'm in the best position possible both years. And right now,
let's go.
That's what I'm in.
Let's go, Arch. Let's mature for 2 years, and we'll get Arch in 27.
Stop.
And Peyton, it ain't nothing you can do about it. It ain't nothing you can do about it, Peyton, because we got 4 draft picks to move to number 1.
I'll tell you what. Arch can play actually well first, and then I'll talk about it.
That's true.
Because enough of that crap.
But
See you in 2 years.
2027 is supposed to be the holy grail, baby.
I again, supposed to be. That's right.
Well, you're a Big Ten guy, right?
Yes, but this coming draft was supposed to be the amazing draft for quarterbacks. And now, right now, it's nothing. And we're talking about a guy number 1 overall who wasn't even mentioned before the season. So let's worry about all of that. Could be, possibly, might be, maybe.
Who's the guy from Michigan? How's the kid from Michigan looking? He'll be
Bryce Underwood. I did the game this year. I did the USC game. He was okay. He was fine.
So
he looked like a freshman.
How would he look in 27?
I don't know. I don't know.
We don't matter. We on deck for everybody.
By that time, he might be getting paid more by Michigan than by anybody here.
Well, only making $12 million. We'll call it the Golden Bachelor.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
You're standing inside a secret prison. It houses the Nazi high command. I'm going to put Hermann Goering on trial.
Sony Pictures Classics presents Nuremberg, starring Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award winner Rami Malek, and Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty? Nichts schuldig.
Order! Order! Nuremberg opens only in theaters everywhere November 7th.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees, and it should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee. Included with every tire purchase with paid installation, you'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's a limited lifetime tire guarantee only at Midas.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
All right, time to get the GM's perspective. The Mike Tannenbaum Report is brought to you by Samwell Institute for Pain Management. Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. More of your calls momentarily, but we welcome in Mike T. He, of course, the former GM of the Jets and the Dolphins, who joins us right now. Mike, we appreciate it as always. Let's just start here. What was your initial reaction when you heard the news about Gardner and then Williams getting moved?
Yeah, very surprised like everybody else. I was actually with Bart earlier in the day, for the unfortunate Nick Mangold funeral, and which keeps so much in perspective. But I thought, without question, this was an outstanding day for the New York Jets long term, and I thought they got excellent value for two really good players.
Now, when you talk about that, that's almost unheard of? I mean, is it a different opinion that people have about Sauce around the league, and maybe because of his resume, opposed to how he was playing this year in particular?
I think, well, a couple of things. He does lack ideal size, so when you give up multiple first-round picks, typically, Bart, you want this player to be, ideal, like, for example, Micah Parsons. So he is a shutdown corner with, the requisite length. He has not played as well the past year. Penalties are an issue. I think the Colts are getting a really good player who fits Lou Anarumo's scheme fit. Ironically, I was with Lou in Miami when we drafted Xavier Howard, who's a very similar player in terms of length and ball skills. And I think for the New York Jets, fundamentally, I said this on the air yesterday, guys. I felt like the draft started yesterday. And what I mean by that is this, and I think this is really important. When you look at teams that could be around the first pick of the draft next year, from the Raiders, the Saints, obviously the Jets, maybe even like Miami. Besides the Tennessee Titans, all those teams are going to need a quarterback. And it's one thing to have a bad year. It's worse to have a bad year and then, let's say, be picked sixth and not be able to get the quarterback you want. And I think what the Jets did yesterday, which was incredibly smart, guys, is they have a ton of draft capital. So hypothetically, if at the end of the year they have the 5th pick in the draft and Tennessee has the 1st pick, they could call up to Tennessee and say, hey, what's the bill? We're going to pay it.
Now, tell me this, though. With the idea, understanding that maybe you may not like the quarterbacks in this draft and you might like the ones in the other draft, how likely is it that you just kind of wait it out and decide, or do you have the flexibility to kind of be Chicago, where, you could take a guy in this draft, but you can wait to the next draft? What would be the Mike Tannenbaum strategy as far as going forward with the idea that maybe you can get your guy in the draft, maybe that has better prospects?
Yeah, look, I like the optionality, and look, Justin Fields has obviously more questions than answers right now, but, could there be another quarterback out there and then maybe get another great player with the first, with your first round this year and load up the year after? Absolutely. Like, having that optionality is really important. I would just say, like, if you're making a decision today on whatever it is, November 5th, like, it's likely a quarterback. But I love the optionality. And I think the other really smart move that the Jets made, guys, was they're going to get the better pick of the Cowboy or Packer, to 2027, and that could be a very, very significant difference.
Mike Tannenbaum is with us, of course, former Jets GM, former Dolphins GM. There are the fans out there, Mike, that will say, well, wait a second. You listen to Jerry Jones at the beginning of the year, and it sounded like the Jets could have been in the Micah Parsons business if they had been willing to trade away Quinnen plus something else at that point. And now we got a first and a second for him. That doesn't feel like it's exactly equal. What would you say to that thought process?
Yeah, well, first of all, like, the Jets are one player away to give up 2 first-round picks. But more fundamentally, here's the reality of it, Chris. So the value between those 2 players may not be that much different. And here's what I mean by that. The Jets got a second-round pick of Dallas, which may be high, and the first-round pick of the Packers could be low. So the difference between that second pick, because they each went for a first, and then obviously Dallas got the second first from Green Bay. They gave up a second for Quinnen Williams. So, but that second-round pick could be pretty high. You know, right now they would not make the playoffs. So when you look at it, it's actually not a huge difference between the value of those 2 packages.
I'm trying to figure out the science behind, like, not trading Breece Hall for a 4th, wanting to sit on a 3rd, and what does that mean? Like, because when you have the trade, and you never know what's going to go through, if somebody's going to give you what you want. But now the Jets sit back and they have Breece Hall. Like, what's the message for you as a general manager when you come in and you look at Jermaine Johnson and say, we didn't trade you? When you look at Breece Hall and say, we didn't trade you? When you look at Quincy Williams and you say, we did not trade you? Because, yes, they traded 2 good players, but then they also left the door open to be able to pay other good players, and maybe not at the highest premiums, and be able to, and they got a lot of salary cap relief. What's your message to those guys when you come in to the team as a general manager?
Yeah, you know, Bart, I am sure that the message today was like, hey, you know, the season's not over. We're going to try to win as many games as we can. I know how competitive Aaron Glenn is, and I'm talking to all those players and their agents to say, we have massive amounts of flexibility, and we're going to try to keep as many good young players as possible. So I think it's actually an opportunity to identify the key guys. Maybe it's Breece Hall, to say, like, you're going to be here for the long term. And, you know, you can look at Detroit as a situation, Bart, you know well. You could have a competitive rebuild pretty quick in this league, and they flipped that fast. You know, they had 1 or 2 really good drafts. Obviously, it was centered around Goff, but, you know, you think about, like, the Jahmyr Gibbs of the world, the Aiden Hutchinsons, Laporta. They did a great job quickly. You know, Brad Holmes, their GM, has done a great job. And I think the Jets are positioned similarly. You know, now they have to obviously execute on these picks, but I think they really have a chance to flip the script pretty quick here.
Mike Tannenbaum with us, ESPN NFL front office insider. Okay, now having said that, the Jet fans out there, it's a tough pill to swallow when the GM comes out and says, no, we're here to win now yesterday, Mike. And I know that's what you're telling players. I know all of that, but we all know what this is. Is that just a case where he has to come out and say it? Because the Jet fan does not want to hear you're here to win now when you just traded away 2 of your best players.
Yeah, look, boy, I'm really glad I'm on this side of the conversation.
Well, listen, Mike, tell me, if you're the GM, listen, I say what I got to say sometimes.
Yeah, and the reality is they're going to win a handful of more games. Like, you know, they went into Cincinnati and beat, without Garrett Wilson, you know, put up 500 yards. Like, none of us thought that was going to happen. And by the way, Justin Fields looked really, really good. So
Mike, don't do it. Mike, don't do it. Don't do it, Mike. Not with Justin Fields. Come on.
All I'm saying is, my point, Chris, is they will win a couple more games this year. Did we think Carolina was going to go into Green Bay and beat Green Bay? Like, you know, right. This league is wacky. So, you know, his message, and look, in all seriousness, though, what I would be saying is, like, look, you know, every game you play, and Bart, you know this better than anybody, like, it is a job interview. Yeah. It is absolutely a job interview. And we expect everybody here to get better, to be coachable, and to be part of, you know, a winning environment, however it shakes out over the next several weeks.
Listen, the defense didn't play well, like with Quinnen or without Sauce. So it's about the offense, and nothing happened to the offense. That's what I'm trying to get our listeners to understand. The offense got better. I mean, I think you cut Lazard, right? You let him go reunite with Aaron Rodgers. He can go figure out the red line with Aaron Rodgers because you just outright cut him. And you like tell the people about the potential maybe of A.D. Mitchell and John Mechie, who hasn't got opportunities because they've been behind two great players.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this. The other thing is, like, Mozzie Smith has ability. Look, I'm not saying, like, he's going to be fantastic, but A.D. Mitchell and Mozzie Smith are not throwaways.
Mike, last one from me. So take me through, and to be clear, like, I think the Jets had an amazing day yesterday, and it was the right thing to do as to where they are. There's just a lot of tentacles to the whole thing. But now, moving forward here, this is not just about, when you talk about optionality and all that, it's not just about the draft. It's also about who decides maybe they want out. How does a GM kind of keep his ear to the track, so to speak, in the coming weeks about monitoring situations? And listen, I don't know if this is going to happen, but the Bengals are a disaster, and they continue to be, and I don't know how long the quarterback's going to want to be there, even though they just paid his guys. And you look around, like, they have the worst defense in football. So I guess my point is, like, as you're paying attention to that, kind of take me through what that process is like here for a GM.
Yeah, boy, I mean, we're going to have so much fun. I mean, are you saying, like, with 3 first-round picks, get Joe Burrow, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm not saying you will, but I'm saying, for example, if somehow that turns apart, I've now got 3 first-round picks where I can do that, and I'm not necessarily – I'm in the position to do whatever I want, but I guess I'm curious as to how a GM would pay attention to these other teams right now and just kind of feel out the process.
Yeah, Coach Parcells always told us, like, hey, we're in the business of collecting information. And I think what you really want to do is really become, like, a great listener. And, like, let's give, Detroit credit, the Goff Stafford trade, like, those things were very non-obvious. And to me, like, that's what you have to do is, like, you look at every situation and just say, like, hey, like, is there another player here? We're not, like, for example, like, is it Bryce Young? Maybe, they're having second thoughts about extending him, and maybe and I'm not recommending they do this, obviously, but, there's a guy that maybe he needs a change of scenery, much the way we've seen Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield amongst others. So
we can go to the Purdy party.
Look at all those things.
Want the Purdy party?
Yep. Brock Purdy. That's another one, Bart. Maybe they go with Mac Jones. So, yeah, that's, like, to me, those conversations really become realistic is if they're picking 6th and they can't get up to go get a guy that they really want.
Mike, great stuff. We appreciate it as always. We'll talk next week.
Okay, thank you.
That's Mike Tannenbaum, the Mike Tannenbaum Report, brought to you by Samwell Institute for Pain Management. For a pain-free life, visit SamwellPain.com today. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. Also, get over to the ESPN New York YouTube page and get your comments in. We will get those into the show as well, right here on Bart Carlin.
$365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $25 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money. So he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
I have to, honestly, I'm going to put a video up on my Instagram in a second, and you'll be able to check it out at That Guy Carlin on the stories. Because right now, I'm looking at what Bart has here. He has got a bag of jalapeno chips. This is he's going to eat. He has got a bag of Cheez-Its. He has got a bacon, egg, and cheese. Some sort of electrolyte drink, and a bag of peanut M&Ms. And they are all open at the same time. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? I don't even eat like that. It is unbelievable what he's got going on here. You have got, is that a bacon, egg, and cheese, or what is that? Because you got 2 bags of chips open. You got a bag of peanut M&Ms. Oh, and I left out the crappy iced tea and a Kit Kat. And now, oh, my God, you eat worse than me. And you got what is that, a hash brown? You're unbelievable. I'm putting this up on my Instagram story. That whole thing is just...
No, I've been fasting, so...
Fasting since when? 1912? Honestly. Come on.
But I'm only eating half of the sandwich. And the M&Ms.
Last time you ate was 2010 after the AFC Championship game?
my blood sugar was low.
Your blood sugar was low?
Yeah, man, I needed some sugar. I've been eating too clean.
I meant to talk to you about that.
Been leaning up.
You are unbelievable.
Then I got to hydrate, because whenever I have to get blood or something like that, sometimes I'd be dry. Because I got the little veins. I got to use the butterfly needle. They always like, oh, no, you don't. I'm like, look, you're going to waste your time fishing in my arm. I got baby veins.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it is an adventure.
You want M&M?
No, I'm good. It is an adventure every day. Every day with you.
But just think, what have I been eating lately? I've been coming in here with a jerk chicken breast. You know what I'm saying? I've been eating super clean. You know what I mean? For like the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
I'm sick of this.
It's not so much what it is. It's the ridiculous variety of all of what it is. It is jalapeno chips.
That's something hot.
It is Cheez-Its.
Something savory.
It is M&M's, peanut M&M's.
Something sweet.
It's electrolyte drinks.
Yep.
It's a bacon, egg, and cheese.
And tea.
And it's some sort of a tea over there.
Right.
Like, who eats like this? Who eats like this? This is me saying it. Who eats like this? This is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous combination of food to have at one meal. Dessert, and it's a Kinder Bueno bar. Another chocolate bar. You are unbelievable.
This is hazelnut.
My fat ass is on another GLP, and now this I got to sit here next to and watch it happen. Yeah, okay, I see it. Yeah, I notice you're not as many gym selfies lately. Lift up the shirt. Let's see the handles. Wow, they're kind of disappearing. I shouldn't have asked.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
love handles are kind of disappearing on you there.
When you saw me in the beginning, that was just you saw.
I saw
you
in the. I saw you
back.
I saw you in the.
Run that back.
I saw you in the beginning, and I was like, "Is that me?"
But that was week 1. I can do it again.
No, okay, you don't need to keep looking at yourself in the mirror. And by the way, pull up your pants.
Pull up your pants, Sam. Pull up your pants.
Oh, my God.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
My navel's getting bigger, man. What the hell going on?
You're getting older. Mine looks like the damn Grand Canyon.
Put a plum in your navel.
You got an innie in there, man? You need a snack for later?
Yeah,
You're not got a place to put it.
I'm an innie. Sitting there smuggling M&Ms into the movie theater.
Exactly right. You got to make them functional. Vinny in Staten Island is up next on ESPN New York. Hey, Vincenz, what's up, baby?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Good. How you doing, brother?
You guys are funny. I got to say, you guys are very funny. But I have the same problem with my veins. I got to drink a ton of water, and I need the little needle.
Yeah, the butterfly. And they be thinking like, oh, you're a big baby. Man, I'm a grown-ass man. I know what I need more than you do.
So, getting back to the Jets, absolutely. Thank God they blew up this overrated defense. Quinnen Williams is overrated. Sauce is overrated. Quinnen Williams hasn't done nothing in 2 years. Sauce is always hurt. And, Bart, I agree with you 1,000%. I think the Jets are going to go out there and start winning games. And I know you don't want to hear this, but give Justin Fields a chance for the rest of the year. If you don't do nothing, then that's great. But give him a chance. You looked better last week.
Vinny.
And if you could get 4 or 5 more games like last week out of him.
Vinny, the Bengals scored 80 points in 2 weeks and lost. They were only the second team ever to do that. Stop.
Well, listen, if he does it against the vaunted Browns of Cleveland, then he may deserve another chance if he stiff-arms Myles Garrett in his face after coming off a 5-sack game. We're going to see about Fashion New this week, baby.
Guys, I'm trying to support you. Let's all operate with a little bit of objectivity. A little bit, just a hair. A hair of what's actually clear. What's clear is the Cincinnati Bengals have one of the worst defenses ever assembled. So you're going to sit there.
No.
He looked pretty good. It's up there, bro.
They just got worse because they got traded to Logan Wilson.
Yes, they did. They did.
They could be worse.
I'm not saying they couldn't be. It's one of the worst ones ever assembled. And you're going to don't just listen. It's fine. If you think they're going to win some more games this year, all good. Good for you. That's fine. Don't with Justin Fields. I told you this coming into the season.
He'll do that.
I have not been wrong.
He'll do that to you too. He'll give you 2 good games. You like,
That's
oh
the thing.
Man,
Look
at him. He'll be out there like Willie Beeman with the invisible juice. When somebody, what did DMX say? When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. You know what I'm saying, Tom?
Jose in Brooklyn.
Tom looked tired today. You wore your ass out, Tom? I noticed your hair ain't combed over quite, it ain't quite slick like it was the other day.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I got like 4 hours of sleep last night.
I bet. Okay. My boy over there at the roast sparks. Well, you roast sparks, you blue chew, or what are you? You blue chew,
ain't really
roast
sleep
sparks?
either, Tom.
Or you Rojic?
That is not where I was trying to go.
What's your flavor, man? Blue chew, roast sparks, or rigid?
Jose, hang on for a second.
Are you back using that horny goat weed? cheap ass going to CVS getting. You know how many pills you got to pop for that to work?
Tom, listen. When you're first dating, you may sleep over. Even if nothing's going on, you ain't sleeping. That's not sleep.
Right, Tom.
That's not sleep.
Right. Don't tell me you was up binge watching Squid Games.
And it's not that it was, going all night or anything.
Right.
Tell me this. I don't know if it was like this for you. When you and your wife first started dating, because it was like this for me.
Yeah.
First few times that I stayed over.
Yeah.
Again, it's not going all night long.
Could you sleep? Yeah.
I could not sleep to save my life.
Yes.
And I felt like utter crap.
That's because you was the away team.
Yeah.
And then you was like, oh man, I really gotta pass gas, but I can't.
No, it wasn't anything like that. It was just well, at the time, she had a 1-bedroom loft in the city.
She had a full size?
A little bit bigger, but not much. But it was a loft to where the bed was up on the loft and there was no box spring or anything. It was just a mattress on the loft.
You was on an IKEA bed.
And then so you climb up into this thing and you can't even sit up straight or you're going to smack your head. It's one of those deals. And so middle of the night, I was just wide awake. And then I want to get up and go to the bathroom and I stood up and I smacked my head on the ceiling.
Get yourself concussion.
Here's the point, Tom. It's not sleeping. It's not sleeping. So is that what's going on when you say I only got 4 hours sleep?
No, that's not what's going on.
Come on, Tom. We're trying to get a sponsorship. Which one is your choice?
Whoever pays me more money.
That might be rigid. They knew.
You're talking about
Roget or something like that. They knew. They supposed
to try to get a sponsorship. You're talking about women, Tom.
They're supposed to help you with
whoever pays me more money.
Okay.
Listen, if it's just a gigolo, I don't know what we got going on over there.
ChristiansMingles.com.
All right, Jose in Brooklyn. Jose, no, Tom's app for dating is probably called the Mosh Pit. It's something like that. What's going on, Jose?
It's probably a lot of action in there.
What's going on, bud?
Man. You guys are hilarious. And as soon as Tom said, I only got 4 hours of sleep, I'm like, oh, man, that's bad. Because when you got the high schoolers right here, they're going to jump on that like they do on the teachers. Man.
I just don't see, Jose, you know how sometimes you wait too late to make your move? I wonder if it was one of those things. He was just nervous. Nervous to try to make that move. Had that leg on, had that hand on that thigh for 4 hours. Like, bro, make a move, son. I'm waiting for a signal. I'm waiting for her to scoot back. Oh, yeah, Tom. Sometimes you just got to be aggressive, Tom. It's going to be sleep deprived.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to be 80% while she's 20. That's the name of the game. But here's the thing. To talk about the Jets, I like what they did. Is it a lot of, scar tissue of, we're never going to pick the right person? I get that. But you know what? You had to try something. And with the mid-year evaluation, I really felt like they just kind of came to the consensus of, in order to win games, to change culture, we actually need the quarterback. And the only way to get the quarterback is to have as many assets as we can to eventually, get that quarterback in the future. And to me, what they did to get a defensive tackle at that age, to get a second and a first round pick, I thought that was genius. What they did to get Sauce Gardner with how much he kind of dropped off to still get two first round picks with the contract and everything, I think that was pretty much a genius move as well. So I can't really, be too upset. And it is what it is. It's the life of a Jet fan. And sometimes when you do go for it, you got to go. You got to rebuild.
And I get where fans are going to be upset with it, and whether or not the Jets are going to say it, it is a rebuild. When you trade those two players, it is what it is. However, normally the Jets are the ones that are getting hosed.
Yeah, on the other side.
And they did the hosing yesterday.
I mean, last time they hosed somebody, it worked out pretty good for us. Jamal Adams was a hosing too.
Yes, but again, it's funny. We go back to that, right? I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
It was an amazing trade. What happened in the end with Joe Douglas, though? He didn't get the quarterback. And so when he got the quarterback wrong, that's ultimately why none of it worked. He could draft as well as he did in a lot of other spots. Look at where we are now across town. People are talking about keeping Joe Shane, who has been embarrassingly bad in the draft with a lot of what they have done and a lot of the decisions they have made. But they traded up to go get Dart, and that's working out so well, and now we're talking about keeping him.
Like I said.
That's all that matters. And
Yes.
right now, today, doesn't matter. It does matter what happens in the future and how you use the picks and how it goes. Right now, you could not be positioned better than you are for the next 2 years to have the best shot at getting that guy.
Like I said, a blind squirrel finds a nut. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. Like, you just got to keep swinging until it's your turn. Look how many times it took. And it wasn't exact science. Like, I don't think Josh Allen was their first choice. You know?
Well, because the knock on Josh Allen from Wyoming was that he could not throw the ball through. You know, he couldn't hit a barn.
Right, but people forget he was throwing in a windstorm in Wyoming.
Yes.
But, you know, why let facts get in the way of a good story? But the reason is, like, they went from Emmanuel, J.P. Lossman. They went to who's the guy we got on ESPN?
E.J. Manuel.
E.J. Manuel. They went through a lot to people, too. I mean, you can say whatever you want about Tua. Tua is a much better upgrade for what Miami has had before he got there, right? And what I'm saying is, like, you just never know, like, when you're going to get your person. Like, and it's different ways to get them. Some people draft them. You look at Josh Allen, you look at Trevor Lawrence, you look at Joe Burrow, like the bad teams that have drafted good quarterbacks that have changed their fate. But then you look at the other teams like Tampa Bay, like Seattle, who has gotten retreads. You know what I mean? So the Jets have set themselves up to be in position for a retread, or set themselves up if they think that it's a young quarterback that can come in and help them win and be their franchise quarterback for the next 10, 15 years. They set themselves up for that too, because Jared Goff is another example of that, right? Like, he was a young guy who had fell out of favor, had been to a Super Bowl, thought he was a throwaway, and he turned around to turn his career around. Like, Indianapolis is going to say the same thing. They drafted Andrew Luck, but after that, they hadn't had any luck. And now they stumbled onto something, because if Daniel Jones turns out to be their future quarterback and they sign him to a Sam Darnold or Baker Mayfield type of deal, then that's going to excuse the regime for the terrible pick of Anthony Richardson. Because that used to get people fired.
Lines are open on this at 800-919-3776. Couple of comments from the YouTube page I'll get in right now. Johnny Blaze, the one thing that nobody can argue now is the Jets put themselves in a really good position for the future. Hopefully a quarterback comes out of it. I can't say hopefully. A quarterback must come out of it now. There's no hopefully. It has to happen. No matter how it happens, it has to happen. And it's not taking a flyer.
Bridge quarterback.
I'm not interested in the word bridge either.
No, what I'm saying is bridge quarterback that nobody want to talk about, Deshaun Watson.
Don't.
I'm not saying here.
Why do you got to go and ruin this? Why you got to go and ruin crap?
I'm not saying here, but I'm just saying, like, dude's 29 years old. He's hit the lowest of lows of his life. Nobody in the world loves a comeback story like American. Man, I can see him down in New Orleans turning his life around, just like Geno Smith, just like Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, man.
Listen, maybe. Seth Zolot. They always say you keep drafting a quarterback until you get one. That's all you can do. Rig PA. Dart is only as good as the team they build around him. See, now here's the problem with that, okay? That's the case with some quarterbacks. You know who that's the case with? Daniel Jones. Because now he's in a position where he's got a lot around him to work with, and he's playing well. Some quarterbacks make other players better. And so you can't definitively say that yet.
That's only
Dart
like 5 guys. There's only 5 guys in the NFL that does that.
Yeah, maybe a couple more. I mean, I'd have to go through the list.
7 tops.
Yes. But you don't know that Dart's one of them yet or not. It's not necessarily about that. What I do know is if you hit on the quarterback, or you believe you hit on the quarterback, then Bart, you actually have the ability to screw everything else up.
Yeah.
And still keep your job.
Like Mike Tannenbaum talks about force multipliers. You know who else is a force multiplier? Samwell Institute for Pain Management, baby. This fall, don't sit on the sidelines because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, joint pain, and you're missing out on all the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. J. Shaw at Samwell Pain, Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is a Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing, getting you back in the game. Living pain-free. No surgery, no cuts, no downtime, just precise image-guided treatments that delivers real results Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraines, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will design a personalized non-surgical game plan just for you. Without any pain medication, same-day and next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted. So what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit SoundwellPain.com to text book online, and you'll wish him at Dr. J. Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think. Samwell.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. We continue on the lines. Here is Gilbert in Brooklyn next on ESPN New York. Gilbert, what's up, baby?
Hey, Bert.
What's up, guys? What's up? Yo, Carlin, man. Barty's right, man. You said it yourself. It's not an exact science. You got to get the right general manager to pick the right players. You got to have a coach to have the right system, defensive or offensive. I think, in my opinion, I know you're probably going to scream at this too, as well as you just screamed now. But
if you're telling me Justin Fields, then we're going to have a problem.
No. What Bart said, bring it in. Just listen. Don't start screaming at me like you did the other
I got him. Hold off, Chris. Woosah, Chris.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, man.
Bring him in. He could throw, man. That boy could throw a ball 70, 80 yards. You've seen it.
Man.
And he could scramble. If you got a guy and have Kyler Murray in a system that I feel the coach that's with the Jets now is going to bring in, you got to have a point guard, man. You got to distribute that ball. Why is it that these guys are being successful? Because they're pitching it. The guy from Denver, Knicks, is pitching it to the running back. He's hitting his tight ends. He's not always going for the bomb and always going for receivers that are covered, man. You gotta bring up a scheme. These guys got to bring up a scheme, man. Defensive and offensive. It's a copycat league. Why ain't they copycatting? Bart, Carlin, you're the best, man. And Carlin, you got to stop eating so perfect, man. Eat like Bart, put all that stuff in front of you, and you'll see you lose a lot more weight, brother.
Trans fat.
I'm not eating
good
perfect.
Love you, man. Carlin, I love you, bro. You're the best. Bart, you are a Hall of Famer in sports talk.
I appreciate it,
Peter, if they say Peter is big, you're even bigger. Talk to you guys later.
That's what she said.
So, well, I mean, that was a layup. Come on. you know, sometimes just pass the ball.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate keep the ball moving, baby.
Here's the problem with Kyler Murray, guys. It's not about how he plays. It's about when he plays.
I understand that.
Okay? He played the entire season last year. This year, he's only played 5 games, and now what? They're talking like 4 to 8 weeks on this foot problem.
Perfect. Should be nice and cheap.
Yeah. 2023, played 8 games. 2022, played 11 games. No, I can't do this. No, it's not.
I'm bridging anyway.
It's not. You can't even be a bridge if there's a hole in the damn bridge.
Okay.
If the bridge breaks,
walk
it
around
ain't
the
a
hole.
bridge.
Walk around the hole.
No, don't walk around the hole. You crash down into the water.
So tell me this: who you gonna go with next year? Then you can't go with Tyrod. So you're going to have to find a retread. Who you gonna go? You gonna go Marcus Mariota next year?
Can we let this play out a little bit?
Play what out?
I
thought you just said you didn't want Justin Fields.
I don't want Justin Fields.
So who's gonna be your quarterback next year as you bridge?
I'll worry. First of all, just wait till the break to eat the damn Cheez-Its. Please.
I thought.
Wait till the damn. You can't yell at me and hide it by eating Cheez-Its, because if I could hide it by yelling, that's what I would do.
I thought after I ran Sandwell, usually that's the transition spot. I thought he was going to take one more, then go to break.
No, here's the other thing, though. When you are talking about the bridge quarterback for next year, I don't even know that it's a bridge yet. I don't even know I know it's not Fields, but I don't even know what it's going to be. I don't know. Maybe there is somebody that I love. Maybe I do have the number 1 pick. Maybe somebody else gets pried away. I don't know about any of that stuff. I know that I don't need to go down the Kyler Murray road because I cannot rely on him to be on the field.
Can we afford Mac Jones? We gonna go get Kirk Cousins for a year?
All right. So what Mac Jones going to get? Kirk Cousins is done. Let's be real about that. Kirk Cousins is done.
He said he just wasn't warmed up.
But is Mac Jones going to get a bigger contract, or is he going to get the Justin Fields contract? Like, if you want to hand Mac Jones the Justin Fields contract for next year, and you don't believe that the quarterback's in the draft
That's
next
about
year,
what he's going to get.
But Bart, I'd be fine with that. Like, if you're telling me The 26th draft does not have the quarterback, but I've got 3 picks in the next one, and I'm going to ride Mac Jones next year, fine. We're good. And I'll either draft high-quality players or I'll trade back a little bit. I'll compile more and make sure I get my guy. I'm not going to worry about who next year's quarterback is quite yet until I let this whole thing play out. I know it's not Fields.
Just don't come in here with some Marcus Mariota.
I didn't say that.
Mitch Trubisky.
God, no. Absolutely not.
That's what's the guy that did the Hellman's commercial that's hurt? Levis?
Will Levis?
Yeah.
Oh, the Hellman's commercial.
Yeah.
I thought you said the helmets commercial. I'm like, what? Oh, no. The Hellman's commercial, that's Will Levis. It ain't going to be Will Levis.
That's what I'm saying. So Kyler Murray looked pretty damn good to me.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Can the Knicks make it 3 in a row?
Throw it down with the right hand. Karl Anthony Towns has been dominant tonight.
Has Karl Anthony Towns gotten comfortable in Mike Brown's system?
Cat was a monster. He was a monster on the glass. He was really good defensively. He was a monster inside, outside. He's starting to find his rhythm in what we're trying to do.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
To the net. Score!
The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat.
Barzell for Horvat. Score!
Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Out here, pets are always by your side, watching the herd, running fence lines, or asleep at your feet. Pets are some of our favorite customers. When you bring them along to Tractor Supply, we'll always have a treat waiting. And with our price match guarantee, you'll always get the best price on their favorite food, toys, treats they love, and pet meds to keep them healthy. Tractor Supply, for pets out here.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, Nas.
Got a text from Alan Hahn.
Hey, Nas. Yeah, I was about to put you back, Alan. Alan told me, saying, what did my boy Alan tell me?
Well, he just sent me a text after that last segment and said, "You're doing the Lord's work. We'll see you in heaven."
Oh, he said Flacco's still around. Hey, Alan, man, did you hook me up? Did you call our guy from the tile suite?
Going to the game tonight?
I like he was on the phone. Like, Alan, but I know my dog listening, though, so I'm talking to him, and he'll text me.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Hey, speaking of which, ESPN New York is giving you the chance to experience UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden on November 15th. One grand prize winner and a guest will score tickets to the ESPN New York suite hosted by Peter Rosenberg. Enjoy the energy of the Garden, the comfort of a private suite, and world-class UFC action alongside one of New York's biggest sports personalities.
The biggest? One of the biggest?
So I just want to,
this dude is
as
huge.
a brief aside, this morning I was listening to DNR, and Mr. Rothenberg was reading this particular copy. And when he got to the point where it's enjoy the energy of the Garden, the comfort of a private suite, and world-class UFC action alongside, and he got to the one of New York's biggest sports personalities, he just said, alongside Peter. To enter, find the contest dial on the ESPN New York app to submit your entry. It's brought to you by Bud Light, proud to be the official beer sponsor of UFC. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Bart and Carlin, 11:30. It is time for Audio File.
Wake up, Tom.
Tom Bauer's been busy.
Wake up, Tom.
Not much sleep last night. And he needs a...
Is that why I saw that new Genix on your thing? Never mind. Can
you imagine a commercial with Doug Flutie, Andy Van Slyke, Frank Thomas, and Tom?
Tom represents every man. Tom the one over there trying to wash his car with the tangled up holes.
I'm sorry, what? Tom has got your audio files.
Yeah, let's see if Darren Mougey can wake me up with his comments. So we talked a lot about what the GM did yesterday. Let's hear from him. So, after everything yesterday, there's one thing that he wants to make known about the New York Jets.
The goal is always to win. Look, these coaches and players work too hard every day, all day, with the goal of winning on Sunday, and that never changes because that's what the fans deserve, that's what the players deserve, that's what the coaches deserve, and that never changes. I understand the trade deadline and different moving parts, but the goal is to always win on Sunday, and that's what we work to do all week. That's how it is.
Okay, let's not talk about what the fans deserve. because I cannot sit here and listen to that when I'm in full support of what's going on with the Jets. But then at the same time, for the 5th consecutive year, you're jacking up ticket prices. You're doing it again, and then you just traded away 2 of your best players. How about you just read the room a little bit, if possible?
But Tom, can I say something, Tom?
Please.
I looked at the increases. It was $5, dog.
It happens every year.
Tom, it was $5.
It happens every year.
When you go into the grocery store and the bacon is how much? $5 more, Tom. Like, it's just, come on, it's only $5.
Oh, guess what? If bacon's $5 more, I'm not paying for that bacon.
And there is only a
you
limit.
Tom.
Bart, listen.
You won't buy deodorant before you buy bacon.
Listen, you could say it's only $5. People have a limited amount of disposable income and where they choose to spend it. And when you jack it up 5 straight years, you could say it's only this right now.
It's only $25, dog.
Well, like Ira the other day said his tickets in the last 5 years have gone from $95 to $155. That's a lot. I mean, that's basically what? That's more than a 60% increase over that course.
Who's your favorite band?
My favorite band?
Yeah.
Slipknot.
How much is Slipknot's tickets going up, Tom?
Probably like $80.
Do you see?
And how often are you going to hear the same damn songs? When is the last new song that Slipknot released, Tom?
Like 4 years ago.
Thank you. So you paying $80 more for the same damn music.
Tom, are you seeing them 10 times a year and twice when the actual members of the band are not playing, but they're charging you the same amount?
No, I maybe see them once every 4 years, if that.
Bingo.
But Tom, are you getting memories when you go?
Don't support this crap. Yeah, memories of misery. Honestly, come on.
The game is secondary. It's like the I did the tailgate MVP. I did the tailgate MVPs.
Stop.
But now it should be exciting because now they're gonna be playing reckless. Nothing to lose.
Come on.
I
love you to
There's
death,
no easy way out.
I love you.
There's
to death.
no shortcuts home.
But you just got to have a clue about this.
$5, man. $5.
It's something to everybody, man.
I get it, but $5. Like you got like to do like doubled your prices. $5.
60% in 5 years is a lot when you are not doing jack squat.
Squadouche?
Jack squadouche.
Hold up.
How many games have you won over those 5 years?
What I'm saying is,
how many games have you won over those 5 years?
Tom.
20? Maybe?
The people said they wanted Aaron Rodgers. He went and got it. That cost him money. He's still paying for it.
The people didn't scream and yell that they wanted Aaron Rodgers.
They ain't say not to.
He wanted Aaron Rodgers.
They ain't say not to, did they?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. With Aaron Rodgers came higher expectations. Now you're selling off pieces, and you're trying to charge more for a worse team.
Wait till you see these first rounders we bring in here, baby. Last time we brought some first rounders in here, it was Garrett Wilson, 1,000 yards, 3 different quarterbacks. It was Sauce Gardner, 2-time All-Pro. It was Breece Hall, that dude.
And what was
Jermaine
Jermaine
Johnson? I get that.
Do you?
Sometimes you heard Paula do. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
Last 5 years, Jets have won.
I hate when he do research. I hate that.
24 games.
Why can't you just argue straight up? You always got to go get facts. You be cheating.
Come on,
you're a great
dude.
researcher.
Come on, you're better than this. You're better than this.
But $5, man. I ain't gonna trip on $5.
You're talking about $5 this year, and then it was $10 last year, and then it was $5 the year before that.
Okay.
You cannot raise price. Listen, I get it. You actually can. As long as people keep paying it, you can do whatever the hell you want.
You want to know why you do
but
it?
Just have just a little respect for the fan base, knowing what the situation is and acknowledging what it is. What they did yesterday was fantastic. Don't sit there and be the GM of this and tell me about winning now is important. That is utter crap, and we all know it. You are lying.
What's going to happen if they run off the next 2? You going to shut up?
If they run off the next 2 what?
Games.
No, I'm not going to shut up because it'll be 3-7. They're going to run off the next 2 like that's an unbelievable run.
That'd be
oh, my God.
That'd be a 3-game winning streak.
You're making me just want to quit the show right now.
Look at Kyler. Look at Kyler right there, baby.
Next.
All right. So, Chris, maybe this will help make your point a little bit. Maybe you'll feel a little bit more at ease. This is from Louis Riddick.
I know you still represent him and everything, but come on.
No, I'm saying $5. I ain't going to trip $5. When I looked at it, I thought he was raising like $50. Understand, I don't buy tickets, so I don't know how much tickets cost.
The people do buy tickets.
So, I don't think he specifically mentions like a season pass increase here. But he'll try and make your point, Chris. This is Louis Riddick on DNR saying it's fair for fans to doubt the Jets.
Talking about all the draft picks that we have, how we're going to be big players in the 25 draft. We'll be able to move wherever we want, move up and down the board, get ourselves in position to pick the right player. Picking good players really hasn't been an issue. It's can you build a good football team? Can you build a good culture? Can you build a sustainable program? And that's where I think the doubt is going to creep in because it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened. We'll see if it can happen this time.
Now, listen.
He said nothing that was...
That's not inflammatory.
Yeah.
No, but if I don't begrudge people having their scar tissue and feeling away, okay?
Yeah.
What I would say is these guys haven't really done that yet. So at the very least, I feel like they've got plenty of swings in the cage right now in the next 2 years. They may not get the right people. They may not, but
and that's all you're gonna ask, brother. But if four of them picks are bums, they get that franchise quarterback. That's all that matters.
It is true because I would look at what the Giants have done, and you are talking about bringing Joe Shane back just because of Dart. The rest of those drafts have been a disaster, other than Neighbors, who's hurt right now and done for the year. So, a disaster. You still pointing at Tyrone Tracy and telling me how good he is?
Yeah.
Stop. Next.
Singletary.
Well, while we're talking running backs, there was one running back that the Jets chose to keep because they wanted a third-rounder for him, and that was Breece Hall. And it's interesting because Breece Hall was complaining a lot yesterday on social media that he probably wanted out of there given that some of his teammates departed the New York Jets. Now, Darren Mougey was asked a question about why you're keeping Breece Hall, but he also made it clear what the Jets were doing at the deadline as well here.
I wouldn't call it a teardown, and I understand the question, but through these processes, we talk about a lot of things, and we field a lot of calls, and we've got values, and Breece is a talented player, and he's going to help us compete and win games the rest of the season.
And that's the other thing is Mougey has got this media training stuff that is so in his head with every question. That's a good question, Rich. I understand the question, but the answers to this, I don't even need you to acknowledge that it's a teardown. I don't need you to just flat out say that it's not. He's doing that because he has to, because you say what you have to say to get through the moments. That's what this is. That's what this is right now.
But we just watched the Patriots be utterly unwatchable.
Yes, and how quickly they got their guy. That could be the case for the Jets in 2 years.
So come on, man. We witnessed it with our own eyes.
I know, but they've been watching it for 15 years like this.
So have the Lions fans.
Not for the last 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Not for the last 3 or 4.
But what about the 49 after that?
Okay. It's been 55 years since the Jets have been to the Super Bowl.
And it's been 60 since the Lions.
Okay. So, but at least they're in the middle of what you think can do it right now.
Yes.
The Jets are not there yet. They're not one player away, as we said.
I need you to have vision, man.
I'm being exceptionally positive. I think it was a great day for them yesterday. I'm just not going to be delusional wearing green-colored glasses on this thing.
If they hadn't did anything, just imagine how bad the Jet fans would have felt today if they wouldn't have did nothing.
If they didn't trade away those 2 players,
they ain't trade away nobody.
I don't think the Jet fan would feel awful.
They'd be like, man, why we ain't trade nobody? We ain't getting better now. We got to watch this for the whole year.
Because those are still 2 high-talent players that they would have been keeping. But, again, I don't think there was anybody that was crying yesterday when Sauce got traded. I think it was a lot harder for Quinnen to get moved, for the team to move Quinnen, because they love Quinnen. And not that they don't love Sauce, they do. But I just think they didn't see a ton this year that they loved.
Yeah, we got to do what's best for you. It's the same way you moved Kevin Garnett when he was a member of the Timberwolves. He wouldn't leave until he's too loyal. You moved him, and he went to Boston and
let me put it this way. Do you think that they walked into this week anticipating trading both of those guys?
Nah, but they got offers that they couldn't refuse.
Bingo.
And listen, for Indy's like, yo, we got everything we need. We got one of the best offenses in the league. We just don't have no cornerback. Oh, it's one potentially available? How much he costs? 2 first-round draft picks? Who cares? They're going to be this year is going to be a low one. The next one's going to be a low one. It's what they're assuming. And at this point, Shane has been there. What's his name? Steichen?
Shane Steichen, yeah.
Yeah, he's been there too long, but you got to start getting some results from him too.
Yep, absolutely.
So, his ass is on the line too.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. YouTube TV customers get the sports that you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday night football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee, included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $25 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement, plus a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments, or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey,
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
I did want to ask you about that.
I think my butt getting big. Yeah, time. Tired time. TT, tired time. Tush time. Tall time. Nugenics time. Time. Cycle time. Tuba time.
Tuba?
Tear it up time. How many times can you be?
You know what Tom I like most? Tolly Tom. Because you know what it sounds like? Tolly Time.
Tolly Time!
Look at
Brought
you.
to you by Tannenbaum.
Trying to get me to read the spot. I will.
Trying to get that heat off his ass.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Nets in Indiana tonight to take on the Pacers at 7 o'clock. Knicks hosting the Timberwolves at Madison Square Garden. Coverage begins at 7 right here on ESPN 880. You're going to the game tonight, correct?
Yeah, man.
All right. Tullamore Dew, original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Hey, I did want to ask you about yesterday, about the service for Nick Mangold and about how that was yesterday, or for all the former teammates and the people that were there. I know it's in Madison, New Jersey. How was it?
It was good. It was closure, right? And it was good to see guys. It's like Nick represented like three eras of football, whether it was the Mangini, the Rex, or the Todd Bowles. So you saw like people that were there, that Chad Pennington that came before me. Then you have the guys that was there represented, whether it was myself, Calvin Pace, Damon Woody, guys that kind of came in the middle of his career when he was already established. And then you saw guys like Quincy Enunwa, guys that came after. So I thought it was a great mix of, Troy Smith was there, of course, his college quarterback. Bobby Carpenter and A.J. Hawk was his pallbearers and, his intimate family. Alan Fatica did the eulogy. I thought it was well done. I thought he was well represented. Terry Bradway came, former general manager. I don't know if he drafted Nick, but I'm sure it was along that time. And just a celebration of a good guy. Celebration of a guy that, did so much for people that people never even knew. He had his Del Barton team there, which he coached.
He coached Del Barton. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he coached at Del Barton.
Okay.
So he had those.
That would be the one reason I wouldn't hate Del Barton. I hated Del Barton in New Jersey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Powerhouse, perennial powerhouse.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so he was there. Of course, Dave Zottis from Del Barton too.
Mm-hmm.
But Rex was there, of course, and former employees. Some of the people that took the buyouts or got let go. They came back to pay their respects. Vito, Loco, and Gus. Former equipment managers, and because people realize we spend more time with the equipment managers than anybody.
Yeah.
Hey, we got somebody to cuss out why our uniform ain't right or where our sock is that we lost, but we blame them and all that type of stuff. So it was fun to have them there and hear some of the Nick Mangold stories, and some of the things that he did and how he did in his neighborhood, and to hear from the priests and how it's not like they just had it at St. Vincent's, like it was like he was a guy that just lived in the neighborhood. He was an active member. His children were altar boys and all that type of stuff. And so life well spent. And like we always say, it's not sometimes how long you live, it's how you live. And he lived a full enough life than most people in a short period of time. But it's still hard for us because it's too soon. And what you feel for is his kids and understanding. And like Alan said, everybody in this room, everybody in this building is here for you guys in any way you need us. And, I think that's how we honor him, by continuing to keep his legacy going and making sure that his peoples are good.
Was there, the eulogy is always a tricky thing. Was it like a mix of humor and that kind of stuff?
It was all some of the stuff that Nick did and some of the stories that he had. Because Alan was like his best friend or his big brother. Like, even though Alan was here for a couple of years and left, Alan was with him days before he even passed away. And, he was able to speak on, because he was around the family. Like, of course, we haven't been around the family, but he was been around the family because Bobby and AJ was in town, his college teammates, but his friends, right? So he was able to mix in some of the stories about Nick as a college guy, and, of course, Alan Hasty as a Jet guy, and, all that stuff. So it was a mix of humor and fun. He actually did it with a hat to the back in honor of Nick. And,
wearing his hat backwards.
Wearing his hat backwards because he always wears. I mean, famously, he cracked the beer at the middle of, during the middle of his induction into the Ring of Honor. So, I think it was very well done, very tasteful, and unfortunately, for us, it happens too often. But that's a part of life, and I tell everybody, athletes aren't superhumans. We do superhuman things, but we're not superhuman. And so we go through the same thing that everybody else goes through, and the football family is hurting right now. And, you just try and lean on each other to heal with each other. And unfortunately that's how we get back together, but we came together for something that everybody deemed was very, very important to honor our friend.
ESPN New York.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Can the Knicks make it 3 in a row?
Throw it down with the right hand. Karl Anthony Towns has been dominant tonight.
Has Karl Anthony Towns gotten comfortable in Mike Brown's system?
Cat was a monster. He was a monster on the glass. He was really good defensively. He was a monster inside, outside. He's starting to find his rhythm in what we're trying to do.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Your fantasy roster is set, the smack talk is heating up, and this season ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sportsbook for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook, download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel. Because with FanDuel's Thursday Touchdown Jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. To get in on this Thursday's action, all you got to do is place an anytime touchdown scorer bet before the game kicks off. And if your player scores the first or last TD of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/Peter to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/Peter for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 and over in physically present New York, opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Problem with a gambling problem. Call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
That's right. Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. We have been all Jets today off of the big trades yesterday. It is, of course, noon, which means what?
It's the Power Hour. One for Sauce. Gotcha time, Bauer. Sleepy time.
Why not 95 for Quinnen?
I ain't got the lung capacity.
I got 95 in it today.
Yeah, you had to bring some oxygen up in this thing.
What about 3 for the first-round picks they acquired?
It's 5.
Well, they have 5 total now.
Well, 5 total now. They got 3 yesterday.
Okay.
You want some more hours? Or time? You want daylight saving time so your ass can sleep in because you've been having these crazy last nights. What they call them, Arabian Nights? Yeah, what about that time?
They would if it was the 1970s. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app, of course, over on YouTube as well, where you should be watching and leaving your comments. We get them involved in the show. It has been all about the Jets today and the moves that they made yesterday. And overall, there is no doubt in my mind that it was 100% the right thing to do. They are 1-7. They have lost these games with these players. Sauce Gardner, I know they handed the contract to at the beginning of the year as a foundational guy, but they structured that contract so they're not getting destroyed and moving it here. And with Sauce, I just get the impression that as quickly as they fell in love, I think they fell out of love pretty quickly too. And when I don't think they went into this week with the intention of trading away Sauce Gardner, but when the price kept going up and they were willing to do this. You don't see this happen now unless it's Micah Parsons or unless – and he didn't even get 2 ones.
That's what I'm saying. They essentially got Michael Parsons, more value than Michael Parsons, and took money off the books.
Yes, for the long term. And with Quinnen, I think it was a lot harder for them to do. But again, the price was such that you were taking advantage of 2 other organizations yesterday, and you had to do it if you had the opportunity.
I'm trying to think. Who would not trade for 2 first-round draft picks in the NFL? Who would not trade for 2 first-rounders in a player?
It's literally a handful of players. If we're talking about non-quarterbacks, the non-top quarterbacks of the game, it's literally a handful of
Brian
players.
Burns, peace.
Brian Burns went to the Giants for a 2 and a 5.
Dexter Lawrence, peace. Jamar Chase, peace. We got T. Higgins. Like, bro, it's Puka Nacua, peace. I can't even think of Nick Bosa, peace. I can't think of nobody I wouldn't say, like, yeah, we'll live.
Yeah. That when we're not talking about the top quarterbacks.
Yeah, non-quarterbacks. I can't even Bowers, whoever you want.
We'll figure it out. And they put themselves in a position now that over the next 2 years that they can either trade for or draft the quarterback. And There is no guarantee that they are going to hit on the picks. And we have been here far too many times before to understand it. But all you can ask at this moment, when you're 1-7, nowhere near where you expect it to be this year, is to be in the position, the best one possible, to get that guy in the next 2 years. And I'll just point to this. Joe Douglas is gone. He hit on an awful lot of draft picks, but he missed on the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Shane is still here. He has missed on an awful lot of draft picks, but seemingly could keep his job because of Jackson Dart. That, to me, says everything you need to know about the situation.
Are we just cool with the fact that the Giants just did nothing? We ain't gonna say nothing?
I don't really have that big of a problem with it. I mean, what were they going to do that was going to make a huge difference
They ain't get no money for Thibodeau?
They didn't want to trade him. They were talking. Let me put it this way. You talked about the fact that they kept Breece and didn't take a fourth-round pick, which, again, I agree with. Right thing to do, because maybe you can keep Breece beyond this year. Maybe you get him on a 2-3 year shorter contract extension for a running back that would make sense, and somebody that can help your young quarterback next year. With the Giants, why trade away Thibodeau for a fourth-round pick when you still have him for next year?
I mean, you don't think you could have got a player and Thibodeau don't garner none of that?
I don't know what they were talking about. It's hard to say.
Who did they say? They say the Bears called about Jermaine Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't call about Thibodeau?
I don't know. But maybe the asking price for the Giants was just too high on Thibodeau. There were reports earlier in the week, I think, that they were asking for a 1. They were obviously never getting that. But, maybe the Giants had their heart set on a 2 or a 3, and they weren't getting it, so we're going to keep them. I don't think it's that big of a deal that they didn't do anything yesterday. I really don't. I think with the Jets,
just makes a boring team more boring.
That's their problem. The quarterback is the whole reason they're not going to be boring.
Who they play next?
They've got
at home.
Chicago.
Who they got at home next?
Chicago this week, Green Bay next week, and that's going to be a Packers home game.
Oh, could be a Bears home game too.
The game is in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I worried about. I worry about people like, I'm done with them today. I'll just go do something.
Well,
else.
that's what we saw the other day.
Yeah.
And that's on November 2nd. We already saw that with them. With the Jets, this to me is what you had to do. Now, there are a few things here that I think are important. Number one, for the people that were worried about trading Sauce, just in talking to people around that organization today, I don't think there was a whole lot of hand-wringing about that. I don't think that they felt like, oh, my God, I can't believe we're about to do this.
Well, a lot of people have been disappointed in how Sauce has performed this year.
Yeah.
He had an opportunity to shut down like guys like Ibuka, guys like Mike Evans, and it seems like they kind of had their way with him. Not way with him, but we hold him to a high standard.
They weren't afraid of him.
We're so used to seeing Ty Law and Darrell Reeves around here and Cromartie.
If you're going to make a player the highest paid player in the league at his position, it better be, I don't worry about that half of the field. And I don't know that was the case with Sauce altogether.
Sauce Island?
Yeah, I don't think there was a
Sauce
Sauce
Even though his metrics, and they'll have it on there, I've been seeing on the tube about how he's the highest rated guy over the last couple of years. That's because his first 2 years were excellent.
The Carolina game didn't exactly impress me in that game, and that didn't look great. So I don't think there was a whole lot of people that were that, while they didn't go into the week with the idea of we're going to trade this guy, to, wait a second, we're getting 2 1s.
And a
How
player.
do we not do
and
this?
A player.
Yeah, and a player. How do we not do this? But when it came to Quinnen, I think it was a lot harder to do because I think they like Quinnen a lot, and Quinnen liked it here despite the fact that you hear about him asking for a trade. I think Quinnen was probably just done with the losing, and I don't think that was an easy situation at all for him to leave.
Yeah, but it's the right thing to do because he'll probably be 29 years old, and he's about to get another bite at the apple because, remember, he got paid under Joe Douglas. And he's like, well, if we're not winning with him, we're going to give him money to –
So we're going to pay him again next year when we're not there yet. Like, you don't mind paying guys when you're in the middle of it and you're winning, but you went 1-7 this season. And then you paid Sauce, and you went 1-7, and you're going to have to pay Quinnen again. And it's not a knock on his play. It's just you were able to get incredible value from Jerry Jones. Let's just call it what it is. Jerry Jones is a sucker when it comes to making some of these trades. He has made some god-awful trades over the years. He will always point to Herschel Walker. We know who made the Herschel Walker trade. It was not Jerry Jones. It was Jimmy Johnson. He has made some sucker deals over the years. And when it comes to the Colts, this was an emotional deal for them, too. Charvarius Ward got hurt in warm-ups a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. I think he has a bad hamstring, if memory serves. Xavier Howard quit at the beginning of the year. After like 2 games in. He knew he couldn't play anymore. So they are dead as a doornail at corner. They were elevating practice squad guys to play. They needed him in the worst way, and they've got the signs all over town. Let's do this for Jim. They want to win it this year so badly for Jim Irsay. Now that they've got a sniff, it's not even funny.
This one's for John. You know what I mean? That's where it is.
That's what it is.
So you catch people emotional. And
exactly.
You take advantage of them emotional because they know what they want, and they want it so bad. Jerry Jones has been fixated on Quinnen Williams ever since the Michael Parsons trade when he called the Jets to try and get that guy. And Jerry's like one of those guys, well, it doesn't make you better. Well, what Jerry is saying is ain't nobody going to hold me hostage and talk to me like that. So he stood on his principles and his business. You can't be mad at him about that. But, I do think because they have Jadeveon Clowney's playing really good, actually, and they have Dante Fowler, they said, let's beef up the inside. We can get pass rush from the inside with Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams. Not only do we get a better pass rush from our outside pass rushers, but then we should be stout against the run. I don't know how you run against 2 all-star defensive tackles. And, Fowler has been a guy that goes around and he plays at a high level, even though he didn't live up to his initial height when he first got drafted. So, and then Logan Wilson is there to kind of man everything else up. So I think it was a good day, and some deals are win-wins, and I think this is one of them.
800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. Let us continue on the phones, and we will get who has been waiting the longest here. That's our guy Hector in Queens up first on ESPN New York. Hector, what's up, brother? Hector!
Come on, Hector. You had the power sour hour. This how you going to start it off, Hector?
Hector, you on mute?
Nah, we going to come back to Hector, man. Let's go somewhere.
I'm going to put Hector on hold for a second. I know he's there! Hector.
Hold on, but this is the crazy
and Tom
part.
just cut him.
Hung up.
Tom just cut it. You absolutely did.
You did,
You
Tom.
did it, Tom.
I did not cut
You
it.
pulled the trigger. I did not.
And we said we were going to put him on hold.
Ray did it. Ray did it.
And we said we were going to put him on hold, not hang up on him. Oh, man.
Yeah, this is like you going after Kyler Murray. You had your shot. It's over. You're done.
Benito.
Charlie and Harrison. What's up, Charlie? What's going on?
Hey, guys. Love the work you guys put in, first off. Secondly,
I really
Nick
don't
Mangold,
try that hard. What's
down.
up?
I know Nick Mangold is looking down on us all right now, and I know he's in a better place.
Yep. And he's saying, look at these idiots.
Yesterday,
like they traded Quinnen. What the hell?
Yeah.
The hell they doing?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I know it's the right move and everything. And listen, Quinnen did his service for us. He did his 7-year sentence. He can go have fun now in the NFL.
Yeah, 7 years.
But listen, he kind of felt like Sauce was the only guy who kind of wanted to be here. And I know, listen, 2 first-round draft picks is outrageous. So always going to do that.
And a player.
It is just kind of sad to see him go. But yeah,
I mean, I
honestly,
get that.
Thank you guys for what you guys do.
I get that, Charlie, and appreciate the call. The thing I would say is that when it comes to Sauce, they handed him that contract, and I think they felt like he didn't really play all that well this year, at least so far. Didn't play poorly.
And he's always was injured. Like, he'd make a tackle like, man, he ain't getting up. Like, oh, man, he done for the game. Remember, what was the ankle? He was done for a game. He missed like 3 games this year.
This is not being irresponsibly irrational in making this trade. This is making a trade that the other team was so desperate to make that they kept upping the offer. I believe Mougey when he says that.
It's like Seattle with Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
We want him. We need him. Oh, man, look at this safety. Remind us of Cam Chancellor.
Yeah.
Cam Ransler. That dude playing linebacker right now, huh? For the Raiders.
For the Raiders.
That's like being in the CFL, son.
John in Long Island is next on ESPN New York. John, what's going on, dude? How are you?
Hi, guys. Loved your show. I go back to Joe Namath's time, so long time yet. First of all, Bart, you could be a defensive coordinator tomorrow. Oh, my God. I love listening to you on, SNY and stuff. You know your stuff.
You hear that, Aaron? coming for that
No,
ass.
You could be. And I agree with you 100% about let's run the offense through Breece the rest of the season. And maybe I would even try to get him signed up for 2 or 3 more years.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. You want Breece to say, like, listen, he was upset because he saw people get moved and he thought, like, oh, I get to go play for a championship. Go ahead and put some cheese on his taco, man, to calm his ass down. That's what they did to Garrett Wilson and Sauce. So, Garrett, you ain't heard nothing from Garrett. Garrett been like, it was like, Garrett's not happy. He's rolling us out. And he put that $20, $30 million in his child. Gave it to him early. Like, tell Breece, here you go, man. Here's 3. Look, we about to give you a signing bonus on Tuesday, brother. We're going to put an extra $20 million in your bank account that you didn't even expect to get. Here's 3 years, $36 million, dog. Right behind Saquon's. Here you go.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say this about Mougey. I've heard a lot of guys, and Allen on the 3 o'clock show said it. Well, the Jets have drafted bad. The draft, how do we trust this guy? How we trust? I don't want to hear about that. This is a completely new regime. First of all, he stole 2 defensive tackles for low draft picks.
Yep.
In the spring, he went and got looks like a starting cornerback from Tennessee for nothing.
Yep.
And
Brownlee, he's a great nickel. He's a great nickel. That's why he let Michael Carter go, which dumped $10 million. Don't, Carlin.
I thought you were talking about the other guy yesterday from the Chargers.
And here's the biggest one.
Yeah.
When he signed Stevens, everybody said, what are they doing? Well, you know who's been the top-rated cornerback the last 4 weeks?
I knew he was going to say that. Yeah, it's been
Stevens.
It's been Stevens.
So doesn't that guy also freed up the Sauce situation? You got this guy for a bargain where Sauce was entitled to $140 million.
Okay, let's not go over the
John Cook. Don't be hating on John. He said the last 4 weeks Stevens has been rated. Now, who knows? And one of those was against damn.
4 weeks is fine. Let's not make it so Sauce was expendable.
So,
That's not what this was.
It's really the young kid, Thompson kid, that they want to see. They really want to see him, see what he can work with.
That's all fine. The one part that we haven't discussed that much, I cannot take the owner now at this point. After this has happened, we're jacking the prices again. Come on now.
At least the owner stayed out the way and let Mougey make his moves.
Oh, I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that.
He had to okay it. He had the final say.
I know. And it can't be easy to walk into an owner's office and say, I just wrote a $13 million check and now I want to trade this guy.
Yeah, so you can get your money back.
Right. But he also did this from, if you're the owner, you cannot continue to ask this of your fans. You cannot continue to preach patience when it's been 15 years and you're going to keep jacking the price on me in 5 straight years. Come on.
I don't think we're preaching patience. We say we ain't rebuilding, we reloading.
Nah, first of all, you would have to have been loaded in the first place to reload.
Well, we found our clip. We found our clip and we found 2 bullets.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't go with that. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right.
I get what you're saying. The point is, you got a lot to work with now, and it's all about how you use it, and it's all about getting it done and getting your quarterback. I don't care about anything else.
You got to say
quarterback.
You got to say one thing. Mougey has been very, very crafty with taking advantage of people in emotional situations.
Yesterday, no doubt. No doubt. And I have no problem with that.
Jerry was emotional because, remember, he was on Monday Night Football getting embarrassed, and afterwards they asked him, do you guys got wait till you see tomorrow. Wait till you see what I do tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Tune in. Remember, he got mad because Stephen A. got up and walked out. Like, man, y'all suck. Like, he's like, oh, wait till you see tomorrow. You think you can walk away from me? We looking at First Take. What's the first thing what's on the toolbar? What's on the toolbar? Yeah, Stephen A. talking about the damn Cowboys.
Of course.
Stephen A.'s on the take. Him and Jerry is a conglomerate.
Stephen A.'s on the take. He's in the suite the other night. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's a bit much.
He probably like, Jerry, they just want to tune in.
I didn't see it. Did he ride in on the helicopter the last couple of days like he did that other time?
He's like, he might have because he was there the day before.
Yeah, they were doing the show Monday.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was riding in on the chopper though, like he did last time.
But it did look like Stephen A. said, the camera follows me, man. I'm gonna step away so they won't be all in your face. You're like, I'm Jerry Damn Jones. You don't say that to me. I say that to you.
Bobby and Belmore next. ESPN New York. Bobby, what's up, dude? Bobby!
Bobby just got to get it together.
Let's go, Bobby.
He had us on mute while he make his popcorn, man.
Yeah, sorry about that. Listen, I thought they were nuts for giving Gardner that extension last year after the previous year where he couldn't cover and couldn't tackle, which about sums up what a cornerback should do. And this year, he hasn't been much better with all the penalties.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even give a second rounder for this guy. And he got 2 number ones. I mean, they just will find a way to screw it up, of course. But
why? See, stop saying that, Bobby. You don't have to keep putting that out there because guess what? I used to say the same thing about the Lions. And guess what? The blind squirrel found a nut.
All right, the Lions haven't won anything yet.
Yeah, but they listen. I think the Jet fans aren't even in a place where they want to win. They just want to be competitive and not be a joke.
Yeah, and
the
we're
Lions,
not there yet.
and the Lions aren't a joke.
But they continue to be there. That's the point. The moves were the right thing to do. But let's not put the cart before the horse. They haven't done it yet. If the Jet fan who has all that scar tissue wants to feel that way, I get it. But I also know that you have new guys in place. Let's see what happens.
Well, they're not going to, until they get a quarterback, you can have Vince Lombardi, Bill Parcells on that coach that team. They're not going to win. It's a passing league. So it doesn't matter who they draft. I mean, it's been proven. And, it's not the 1970s anymore, 80s. So you need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And until Fields I don't understand the Fields move at all. And,
listen, people are ripping them on the Fields thing. I get why they are, and you should. Fields has been terrible, but Fields was never more than a one-year thing anyway. Fields was always, let's see if we can find it in him.
Lightning in the bottle.
And if we can get it, great. If we can't, don't scream and yell about the $30 million and the 20 that they gave him guaranteed. It was the cost of doing business for a quarterback to start in the league. That is the lower end of the money. So, who cares? That has done nothing to hamper the Jets from doing anything else this year.
Can we get a prop bet? Does this mean that we're going to get what's the over under that Mac Jones is the Pittsburgh Steelers next year, starting quarterback?
Oh, I don't know.
That's your squad, man.
Yeah, I know.
You don't want to give Abe Rizzle no credit, man.
No, I don't.
Absolutely not. He just beat Indianapolis.
I know. 6 turnovers, 1 by a touchdown. Woo!
Can you get? Well, he threw for 24 points, 27.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to buy Aaron Rodgers? You want me to get it for you for Christmas?
No, I don't. I do not want you to get me an Aaron Rodgers jersey for Christmas. Do not do that.
Why not? Are you not a Steelers fan?
I am a Steelers fan.
Do you not root for the Steelers?
I do.
Do you want nice things for the Steelers?
I do.
So if you want nice things for the Steelers, then Aaron Rodgers is providing that for you.
I have been able to compartmentalize not rooting individually for a player while still rooting for my team. In other words, Roethlisberger for the last 10 to 12 years, I have not rooted for at all.
I tell you what,
and I can still root for the team. If he throws touchdowns and good things happen, fine, but I'm not jumping up and down that Ben made an unbelievable play because I think Ben's a bad guy.
You know, me and A. Rizzle down like 4 flats, man. If you want me to get you an autographed jersey, you want the white one or you want the black one?
I'm straight.
Or you want the throwback one?
I'm straight. I'm good. I'm good.
Why?
All good.
But you're a Steelers fan. So if you win a Super Bowl, you wouldn't want to sign Aaron Rodgers jersey?
I would not. I would not want to sign Aaron Rodgers jersey.
Why?
If the Steelers won a Super Bowl this year, I'd want to sign T.J. Watt jersey. I would not want an Aaron Rodgers jersey.
T.J. Watt?
Even though the Steelers defense is
T.J. Watt play like crap.
Is remarkably overpaid and not getting anything done.
No, Aaron Rodgers always gassed me up, man. Last time I was talking to him, he said this.
Bart, you look great though, man. What are you on?
Exactly.
And then he gave me some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And then after you came down from your ayahuasca trip after 3 days,
the Waska. He's like, man, I gotta take home kit.
Brian in Sleepy Hollow is next on ESPN New York. Brian, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys? I just want to first off say R.I.P. to Mangold. Bart, respect you for going in there and all the old past Jets. It's good to hear that type of thing. And hopefully one door closes, another opens, and there's a new good chapter for us. I don't understand Michael K. talking, crap about us yesterday, saying this and that. I just don't understand.
Might need to worry about them damn Yankees and why the hell they can't advance in the playoffs.
I just don't understand the alternative. Like, what in alternative world do we keep these guys?
Well, I heard Michael yesterday. His big question was who's going to be making the picks. Is it Aaron Glenn and Mougey, and are you trusting those guys now because you don't know?
They signed Membu.
Yeah, they're not going.
They went out.
Those guys are making the picks. So you can listen. If a Jet fan doesn't want to have faith in it,
Nathan Taylor, and Membo, good picks so far. I'm a Jets fan, so obviously I have trust issues. But how could you not? Like Bart was saying before, how could you not? You could trade anybody for 2 1s, and besides Josh Allen, Mahomes, those few,
the Jet fan right now, of a certain age, has been in many, many relationships with executives and coaches. Okay, and they have been burned virtually every time. They thought they got far down the road with Rex and with Tannenbaum, only to have their heart broken again. When you go into a new relationship, there are going to be trust issues. And somebody has to prove to you that they are different. It's unfortunate for them, but it's just the case. So Mougey,
it's like dating.
That's exactly how I'm describing it. Mougey has to prove to you that he's your soulmate.
Give me the benefit of the doubt.
But he can't get the benefit of the doubt when you've been burned time after time.
Trust me.
Nobody gets that.
I didn't burn you. Trust me.
Mougey has to help them heal.
Trust me.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Trust me.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree. They're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $25 a month. That's right. Lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN Suite. Catching the action alongside me, Peter Rosenberg. Through November 7th, listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. Must be 21 and over. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
YouTube TV customers get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Ox Spine and New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine.
We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert Spine Care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. And then won 48-41 in double overtime.
ServPro. Like it never even happened.
Wednesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Can the Knicks make it 3 in a row?
Throw it down with the right hand. Karl Anthony Towns has been dominant tonight.
Has Karl Anthony Towns gotten comfortable in Mike Brown's system?
Cat was a monster. He was a monster on the glass. He was really good defensively. He was a monster inside, outside. He's starting to find his rhythm in what we're trying to do.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Forgive me if I don't believe the Jets and this new regime are going to be the ones that figure it out. Right. And you're the sheep that keeps buying in. They haven't made the playoffs in 15 years. We just did this with the second overall pick. And did well. Do you have anyone on your staff in their resume says they're good at identifying and developing young quarterbacks? The answer to that question is no. It's another defensive-minded head coach and a rookie offensive coordinator that are going to make this decision after just deciding that Justin Fields was worth $30 million. Now we're full again. And I can listen to my GM tell me it's about winning.
The goal is always to win.
Sorry for not being optimistic about it.
Morning Start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app, also on YouTube. 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. It is time for a little sideline to sideline.
It's going to happen.
This is Sideline to Sideline. Go, go, go. With Bart and Carlin.
All right. Bart is here. I am here. Tom is here. Sideline to sideline. Let's go.
Gentlemen, I don't know if you knew this. There was an NFL trade deadline yesterday. And there were more teams involved than just the New York Jets and certainly not the New York Giants because they didn't do anything. But some of the trades that we haven't gotten to talk about today, let's go over them. Of course, the Eagles trading for Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins, getting a 2026 third-round pick in there. Logan Wilson going to the Cowboys for a seventh-round pick in 2026. And then, of course, two receivers being traded, one being Jacoby Myers to the Jaguars, Raiders picking up a fourth and a sixth next year. And then the bigger one, Rashid Shaheed going to the Seattle Seahawks for a fourth and a fifth-round pick being sent back to New Orleans. Do any of those trades strike your interest at all, gentlemen?
The Shaheed one, yeah. I mean, for the Seahawks, I think that could really help.
Everybody wanted Chris Olave, seeing what his availability was. You think about Jacoby Myers, he wants a big deal next year. He's older. I think it's tremendous. I mean, with the defense that they have and how well Sam Darnold was playing, this could be enough to push them over the top in the NFC West. When you talk about how competitive it is, you don't really know what's going to happen with all the injuries that San Francisco has sustained. And, the Rams, I think the Seattle Seahawks beat the Rams earlier in the season. So, this division could be up for grabs as, you have three quality teams within that division.
Listen, the Trevor Penning one was interesting to me too. Is he good enough to help the Chargers considering everything that's happened to them. Listen, he's better than just a guy, put it that way. But is he somebody that is good enough where it's going to close that hole at tackle enough for them?
Nah, I mean, and then you have to ask yourself, when all these guys come back next year, is he a candidate you're going to move him to guard? Mekhi Becton, I don't know how long they signed Mekhi for. It's crazy that Joe Alt get hurt. You can't just move Mekhi Becton to tackle.
That is nuts.
He's nervous as hell. He was brought in as his number one tackle as a first-round draft pick.
That is an excellent point. Next.
And this next one's going to come as no surprise, given that the Eagles are a really good team. One of the guys I didn't mention that didn't get traded was A.J. Brown, because Howie Roseman, of course, said he's too important to the team, saying, I think when you're trying to build a great team, it's hard to trade great players. A.J. Brown is certainly a great player. He wears a C for a reason. He's important to the team. He cares about winning. He cares about his teammates. I think when you're a team like ours that is looking forward to an opportunity to compete for a championship, you don't get rid of guys like that. Some of those things may have been a lie because I think there's a lot of drama going on behind the scenes, but nonetheless, not a surprising move.
Not a team that's not used to controversial receivers.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about Deshaun Jackson, you talk about T.O. I mean, they all right with that as long as you keep catching that ball, son, when we need you. We're not letting you go away for nothing. But what would be the price for A.J. Brown? You would want 2 1s. If Sauce going for 1, even though he's older, you would want 2 1s. Ain't nobody going to give you no 2 1s for no damn A.J. Brown. So it's much like Breece Hall.
And you didn't even pay that for him.
Yeah, exactly.
You paid 1-1 for him.
Right. So just like Breece Hall, like the value what I'm getting back doesn't come back to his effect on the team and the field. Hell no.
Look, I'm not surprised that they kept him because that's not Howie's way.
Yeah, he added, not a subtractor.
I thought it might, when we started talking about where his motivations were, that it might start to turn that way, but he's not somebody that's going to subtract somebody like that in the middle of a season.
Look, he went and got everything they needed. Needed pass rush, Jalen Phillips, right? He needed a corner or some type of help on the defensive side, Michael Carter. And then took a flyer for nothing on Zaire Alexander, who, if he just wakes up and remember who the hell he's supposed to be, that's an upgrade.
Next.
All right, and because we had to talk about Kyler Murray today, because Bart, of course, high on Kyler Murray.
Because Bart did shots before the show.
Quite possibly.
Well, a couple of our sales department, they got bourbon. I said, bro, show me the one that's open. Don't show me the one that you got on your desk for display. Show me the one that's open.
Well, Bart's a big fan of Kyler Murray, maybe not so much the Arizona Cardinals, because now this, of course, is relating to injury, but they're going to be sticking with Jacoby Brissett as their starting quarterback for the 4th straight game on Sunday in Seattle. That is what Jonathan Gannon told the media yesterday. Regarding Kyler Murray, he will remain, of course, on the sideline because he's got a foot injury that's kept him out since October 5th. This is a move that is a way to say, you know what, take some more time so that way you can get healed up, because it could take up to 8 weeks for his foot injury to heal. And
to be clear, though, he did say on our guy Gambo's radio show yesterday out in Phoenix, Gannon said this, that even if Murray was healthy, it would still be Brissett right now.
Sounds like something's a brewing.
Again, my problem is not with Kyler Murray, the player. My problem is with his inability to stay on the field, and that's the problem.
You wouldn't go out there on the field if you don't like the team either. I need to be 100,000%, because when you cut me, wave me, or whatever you're going to do, I'm going to be worth twice as much as what you put me down. Got me out there playing corner like I'm supposed to. Like, talking about I got quick feet and stuff. You ain't said one thing to me, Al Pacino. Go to the car. Yeah, like you're throwing back in the hood, like you're back with your homies. Hell no. Steaming, Willie, beaming. So you cut me, trade me, whatever you going to do, Kyler Murray going to be worth 3 times as much.
Next.
All right, guys. So here's a fun story. So the Hall of Fame, of course, they have an induction every year. And, of course, there's a coaches category. And there are 9 semifinalists.
What'd you say?
What do you mean?
I had to roll that back.
I said there's a coaches category.
Oh, it might be something.
What do you think he said?
Sound like it was something on his mind from last night.
You have a dirty mind, Bart Scott.
I heard ooch.
No.
Okay, I know what I heard. Wait till you run it back. Okay.
Coaches category.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Yeah, all right.
I don't think I was close to that, but I'm going to move on so that way I can avoid this topic even more. So, Hall of Fame coaches category. There are 9 semifinalists. Of course, one of them, Bill Belichick. And then some others, Mike Shanahan, George Seifert, Mike Holmgren. Seifert, sorry.
Yep. See what I'm saying?
He's 5 years old.
Tomato.
No, he's 5 years old.
Anyway, Buddy Parker, Chuck Knox, Stan Reeves, Marty Schottenheimer, and Tom Coughlin, a semifinalist now.
Yeah, Tom should be in.
Rosy cheeks. Well, he did take Jacksonville. I think
he took Jacksonville to the AFC Championship game. Once or twice. At least once.
Yeah.
And
as an expansion team. First year. Them and Carolina.
Yep.
Them and Carolina.
Yep. That was 95-ish. It was Kerry Collins and Mark Brunell. But the other thing is, he won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants. Tom is a Hall of Fame coach. There's no question about that.
If they put Bill Cowher in, then he deserves to be in because Bill only got 1.
Yeah, Bill won a lot of regular season games, but Tom's got 2. And Tom, by the way, if we're going to count some of the assistant stuff too, Tom won a couple as an assistant as well.
He did? Where was he at?
Forget that.
San Francisco?
Giants.
He looked old. Tom was on. Damn, how many people was on that team?
I'll tell you a quick Tom Coughlin story about that.
Yeah, we got number Tom.
The first one or the second one, it was one of the 2 that he won with the Giants as an assistant. For the day or 2 after they won the title, and I think it was after Buffalo with the wide right, that Tom would not stop saying world blanking champs. So somebody got him a blanket for his couch in his office that said world blanking champs. So he had that.
Tom Mother Coughlin.
Listen, he's. Would you agree he's a Hall of Fame coach?
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm based off if Bill Cowher did that. He dominated an era. He won 2 titles in a short period of time. What he did with Jacksonville was tremendous. So all the stuff in the middle I can care less about because he won a decent amount where he was at before.
Yeah, absolutely. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York at 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. It has been all Jets, the moves yesterday. Darren Mougey telling us that somehow they are still trying to win right now, which is complete crap. But they are positioned very well for the future.
Taking the over-under against Cleveland.
You think they're going to put up points, or you think they're going to win?
Well, they listen, Myles Garrett had 5 sacks. I mean, they better be putting somebody over there on Myles Garrett. But I still think that they win.
Okay.
Number 2.
YouTube TV customers, get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. I have YouTube TV. That's not going well. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same day and next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. It's a Jet touchdown.
That's a Jet touchdown!
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN Suite. Catching the action alongside ESPN New York's Peter Rosenberg. Listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night.
Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UFC. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Let's go. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. On the ESPN New York app, Trevor, Jamaica is up next on ESPN New York. Trevor, what's going on, dude?
Hey, good morning, fellas. I just had to say I heard Bart yesterday on the afternoon drive on DHR. I agree with what he said, but I just want to say, I know they have 3 first-rounders in 2027, but do you think they should have used one of their second-rounders in 2026, like Bart said, to Arizona for Kyler Murray? Or maybe to Cleveland to see what Shedeur Sanders has this season before we start the tank for Arch in 2027.
All right, a couple of things. There's so many things wrong with everything you just said, but I'm going to leave you on for a second. Number one, let's not talk about tanking for Arch when he has not even shown he can play in college yet.
Yeah.
Number two,
right.
Kyler Murray for a second-round pick is about the most sense that you made, but even then I'm pushing it. Why would I trade a second for Shedeur, who hasn't played it down, and he was a 5th-round pick?
Yeah, you probably only have to give up like a 5th or conditional 7th.
To be honest with you, I think maybe that whole 5th-round thing with him in the draft was maybe politics. I don't think that's
but what we're saying is you don't give up way more, twice as much as what they spent for him. You know what I mean? Because if they're not playing him, then you give them,
What does that say when he's not playing?
I mean, Cleveland, that I think that they're just better because I think that Dylan Gabriel hasn't shown, and we'll get a first-hand look at him. Dylan Gabriel hasn't shown that he can play football in the league. So why not go to Shedeur to see if you can catch lightning in a bottle? I don't think they really want to because if Shedeur comes and wins some games, then the inswell, because of this popularity, is going to force them to keep playing him. And I think they want to go in the draft and draft their quarterback of the future as they're going to be finally able to walk away from Deshaun Watson, at the end of this year and get that money off the books. And then they saying, hey, we want to take a first-round draft pick because right now if they lose to the Jets, they might be the number 1 pick.
Yes, you're 100% right.
Listen, on Shedeur, Bart's right when he points out that they're playing Dylan Gabriel right now, and we don't know that he can play. So they haven't even bothered to even suggest that they were open to playing Shedeur. Here's the other thing. I haven't exactly heard many Browns players, off the record, whispering to any reporters, why aren't we playing Shedeur? Which makes me think they probably ain't seeing a whole lot in practice either. So that, I think whenever we're talking about a guy like this and why he's not playing, there's a reason. And I don't think it's political.
I think some of it is political because he can't be worse than Dylan Gabriel to even give him a shot to see. At this point, you should give him a shot to see what he can do. The fact that they still play around with him being the second or the third, I think it's a little bit politics in it because I don't think they really want to win. You talk about actively trying to tank. I think Gabriel secures you. He doesn't have a strong arm. He doesn't push the ball down the field, and he's not super elusive.
Yeah, and he's small.
Right. At least Shedeur delivers the ball and throws the deep ball.
Look, I'm not saying that they shouldn't be playing him. I'm surprised that they haven't been playing him, given the fact that he hasn't been that good. That for me tells me everything. That what's his head hasn't been that good. Gabriel hasn't been that good. Why wouldn't you then be playing Shedeur Sanders? I should say, what's his head?
Close enough.
Here's Connor Hughes from SNY. What were the offers for Breece Hall and Jermaine Johnson?
There was an offer out there for a second-round pick on Jermaine Johnson. The Jets wanted a little bit more. They were unable to negotiate that with the team, so no trade happened, and Jermaine Johnson came back. With Breece Hall, there was an offer on the table for a fourth-round pick from Breece Hall. I was told that it was from the Kansas City Chiefs that were willing to trade for Breece Hall. The Jets were steadfast in wanting a 30.
And I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Why would I trade? Why would I hand him to the Chiefs for a fourth-round pick? Why would I do that? Bart, he can be helpful to me.
Yeah, all the people in the league, I'd be like, man, hold up. You basically asking me to give you the number one offense in the playoffs and give you a legitimate weapon after Pacheco was out for concussions or whatever he was out for. And the only, kink in their armor is the fact that they don't have a substantial elite running back. Kareem Hunt's been around for a long time, and Pacheco doesn't catch the ball well. He's not a particularly great route runner and catcher of the ball, and he's a mauler. He's not a guy that can give you the home run of the 50 to 60-yard run because he doesn't have that type of elite speed.
And, a Chiefs fourth-round pick, think about that for a second. It's not just a late fourth-round pick, but it's also all of those extra compensatory picks after the third round that go before me as well. So, the Chiefs' fourth-round pick might as well be a fifth-round pick.
Exactly.
There's just no point to me
and the fact that they think they can talk to him like that is disrespectful. You asking me to really improve your touchdown, your Super Bowl chances, but you don't want to give up nothing for it.
I want to hear a little bit more here from Connor Hughes. Here he is on Quinnen.
Quinnen Williams was very, very, very upset with the Jets. He was not happy within that locker room. He wasn't particularly fond of Aaron Glenn. He was sick and tired of the losing. He had made those frustrations well known to those close to him and around him, so much so that he requested a trade 3 different times with the Jets. New York finally granted here by sending to the Cowboys, and they did get a pretty good haul.
Again, I don't think that he makes it sound like Quinnen just was thoroughly annoyed with everything and all the losing. From talking to people this morning, I think the losing was wearing on Quinnen.
Yeah, much like we saw wearing on Jamal Adams around the same time, right?
Except Quinnen was never, I won't even use the word malcontent. Quinnen never talked about it.
Yeah.
Jamal talked about it.
Yeah, because he's on my show.
He did well for us. That was a good investment.
Might be one of the best ones we ever made.
It was, yeah. We got a headline out of that one every week.
Kept us some juice.
But with Quinnen, I don't want to make this out like Quinnen was a bad guy and had to get out of here. Quinnen was a very good guy. And I think the Jets genuinely didn't necessarily want to trade him.
I think they did right by him, though.
I think they did, too. They sent him to a place where he can make some money and he can really improve his brand, if nothing else.
And if they're not contending here, they're going to be contending next year for sure because they're going to have a draft. They didn't give up their first-round draft, but they still have a first-round draft pick next year to get somebody else on the defensive side of the ball. I think offensively, outside of signing Pickens, I think they're pretty good.
Last one here. This is Louis Riddick from this morning on with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Here is Riddick on drafting isn't the problem for the Jets, but something else is.
It's not like the Jets haven't been able to, whoever's been in charge, whatever GM's been in charge, whatever personnel director's been in charge. It's not like they haven't been able to identify good players. Because they've had good, look, just go all the way back. Let's just go back to Sam Darnold, all right? He was a good player. Hell, he's going to be in contention for MVP this year and in contention for going to, taking his team to the Super Bowl. People want Quinnen Williams. People were poking around Breece Hall. I'm sure if they made Garrett Wilson available, they'd be poking around him too. It's just that it just doesn't work. It hasn't worked here with this organization. They haven't been able to build good teams. They've been able to select good players. They just haven't been able to build good teams. And that is an indictment on the structure, on the atmosphere, on the culture. And ultimately, the person who's in charge of that is the guy who isn't going anywhere.
The guy who owns the team is what he is saying. So, look, I get that. Ultimately, he is the last line of defense. But at this point, I don't think the Jets did anything wrong yesterday. I thought they absolutely operated in the right way. You're thinking about the future.
Exactly. The future is now, like Captain Planet.
Yeah, that's just like that. That's exactly what I was thinking the whole time. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
Is yours.
On the ESPN New York app, there's so much more of this to come. The Michael Kay Show is on the way in just moments. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg later this afternoon as well.
The biggest.
The biggest what?
Talent.
Biggest. Right, Peter. That's right. ESPN New York.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
For over 100 years, Sloman's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Sloman's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers